Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans. Tonight is a big night, and we've got a big Irongol Championship match for you. The champion, Spellzapp, is going to be defending against the #1 contender, Dwight. I am Dr. Funkin, and joining me tonight in the booth is Duchess for Kaio-sama. Duchess, how are you doing tonight?
Mate, it's actually morning for me in Australia, but you sitting over here kicking off the intro extra lovely. And this is correct. What y'all are seeing on your screens is absolutely right. One white mage versus one white mage, because this is the Irongol Championship. Now, Dr. Funkin, why don't we explain to these people a little bit about what the Irongol is all about?
So the Irongol Championship is an ongoing, almost like a wrestling league for the Final Fantasy Randomizer. People challenge each other, they make up crazy seeds, and they go at each other. And we've got a real crazy one tonight. Not only, so you see that they've only got one white mage, they're not going to be able to get another party member until they light an orb.
Crazy, right? And they're starting off with the white mage, the absolute crustiest in terms of the beginning. So y'all already know, strap your seatbelts in. We gonna be here for a long while. Choose some popcorn, get you your beverage of choice. Let's get ready.
Not only that, but it's also Dragon Warrior mode, which means that saving is disabled on both the overworld and at inns. They can only save when they die.
Crazy, right? It's like FF1 just became FF3. Just like that. So, woo, I'm excited.
Yep. Also, nothing is safe. Enemy stats are scaling anywhere from 50 to 300%. And bosses are clamped at 200% to 300%.
It's gonna be a slog for sure. From standing there, no incentivized.
That's correct. There are no incentive locations, and so we are off, though. We got Dwight heading off, checking on black magic. Oh, and it looks like we've got the crazy spell books on as well. As I'm seeing things like Warp 7 and Wall 8 available. And looks like Dwight's picking up some Fire 6. Ooh, we got pro rings for sale in the armor shop. Ooh, that +8 ice sword would be great if we could wield it.
Check.
And heal pots are relatively cheap at 12 gold. Houses, 839, not a bad price for houses. However, those 19 gold cabins are also going to be great for at least refilling health, even though we can't use them to save.
Correct. And I am back. Sorry about that. Just had a big technical hiccup, actually. But oh my god, did I see Fire 6?
You saw Fire 6, and oh, it looks like the Vanilla Temple of Fiends is the castle, and we're getting the slab off of the king in Corneria.
Well, there we go. You know, I can't lie. Having Fire 6 at your disposal makes things very, very manageable.
Absolutely.
So we've got a slab, which is good. And now we are... Ooh.
It looked like some ocean town in the dwarf cave.
Mm-hmm.
Spellzapp going in on some ogres, getting some XP, already at level 6, and we fight the channel boss.
The bridge boss. Oh yes, indeed, the channel boss, not the bridge boss today.
Canal was the word I was looking for, but yes.
Ooh, okay, so that looks like the sky maze.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. And now we're gonna go find out what the Marsh Cave is. Marsh Cave is some undersea into Crescent Lake. That's a great find this early.
That is a great find. But it's so interesting, isn't it? Because like you're so used to just popping that tent before you go into a place, and it's like, oh nah, there's no point. You can't do that.
Nah, the only point in popping a tent there would be if, you know, you wanted
want
to
that
regain
30
some hit
HP.
points.
Yeah, you want that 30 HP. Houses will still be useful because no matter what, getting those... Oh, the canal. That's lovely, actually. That's a power move right there.
Definitely. Once we find a boat, we can get the heck out of here.
Oh my goodness, that's such a good move right there. But yeah, I mean, what are we... I mean, having those houses is going to make sure, you know, we can always recharge our spell charges and whatnot. That's always going to be key, even if we can't save like we're normally accustomed to.
Definitely, definitely. And Spellzapp, trying to... It looks like he's trying to get killed, so that he can save and warp back.
Touche. Smart move.
Yeah, that's the thing about Dragon Warrior mode. Death warping is a legitimate strategy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's sort of like co-op in that once you get a certain item and then it bounces over to your partner via the server, then you can kind of, you know, just reset, still keep the item. So you kind of have to employ some of those cheeky strats.
Yep. And Spellzapp burning down these wolves. Meanwhile,
that fire 6 is a godsend.
Absolutely. It looks like Dwight is in the Earth Cave fighting slimes.
Yep.
And Fire 6, they got trance and they got poison and oof, that didn't go well.
Ouch. Armin van Buren on deck with those slimes, y'all.
And it looks like Spellzapp has found a loose herb
wow.
in a dragon tile. Cardia Isle. Ooh, a Sunsword -1. That might be useful someday.
That might be. Pro Ring -1. Look, I mean, we haven't seen the greatest like weapons. Oh, Ice +8 at what? Never mind.
Yep. That's that Ice +8
like,
that you missed at the beginning is real good.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
That's like almost in game. Like no joke with the +8.
Oh, that is absolutely an in game weapon.
That is in game. Like, I've literally seen multiple seeds where you finish the game with just the ice sword. So, +8?
Yeah, that
only
is
11 hundo? At only 11 hundo. Oh, my goodness.
All we need is a character who can wield it.
Pretty much, but that's neither here nor there.
Lord Goober3 in the chat asking if this is a solo white mage match. They have one character for now. Every time they defeat a fiend, they will be able to get another.
Think of this as if you guys are familiar with free enterprise. It's kind of like that system. In that, you know, you might pick up a new party member later, you know, oh, are we going to get Fu? Are we going to get Edge? But in this case, obviously, these are the Warriors of Light. So once we get an orb, then obviously we get another warrior.
Mighty Metric Batman, it is not just Dungeon Shuffle, it is Entrance and Floor Shuffle with Deep Towns and Deep Temple of Fiends revisited. So
yes.
you could, you know, Elfland may be buried behind a split deep in a dungeon.
Anything can be anywhere. Anything can be anywhere. So that's why I said, please get y'all some popcorn, your favorite beverage of choice, because we all gonna be here for a while.
And speaking of sky floors, Spellzapp has found the greater than less than room.
That's a great room to find too. The chest density, you can't go wrong with that, no matter what.
Ooh, I mean, barely made it away from those Cerberus.
Thank goodness.
Cerberus.
I mean, this early? Nah, you were correct on Cerberus. I believe.
I'm pretty sure too from my high school Latin. It's been a while.
There is a word I learned in Latin, but I will not say that right now. I think we all know what I'm talking about. All
right.
Going up to Matoya's cave, and so Spell will hit the Earth Cave.
Yep. He had already been up here and got taken out by the metal slimes, and it looks like he's going back to see if he can get turn order on them with that fire magic. If he can, that's going to be a huge level boost.
Absolutely. I mean, they are weak to fire, so it's the perfect opportunity if they didn't have trance.
Yeah, it looks like he just took that one more shot, and now he's going a different direction.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Dwight exploring a seafloor, and it looks like Spellzapp's also doing the same.
Yep. And And he's got the R Sahag, Wig Sahag. Ouch.
Yeah, and they are smacking that white mage around like it's nobody's business.
Are the party members forced? As in, whenever they get a certain fiend, you're going to get a certain party member? Or...
That's a really good question. That's a really good question. I believe so.
That'll be interesting. Because this is one of those seeds for honest, like, I want a black belt. You know what I mean? But then that would make it too easy, right?
According to the flag set, they are all forced party members, so...
Yeah, we're not going to see any black belts. We're not going to see any black belts. I know that for a fact. Ran away for some girl wolves on Spellzapp. We're going to do a pop grind, it looks like. Haven't seen this in a while. So just for you guys who don't know, POP stands for Peninsula of Power. This started in Final Fantasy, and I believe they've carried it all the way through at least till Final Fantasy X. But essentially, there is a pixel on the world map in every Final Fantasy, which has extremely over-leveled battles, so to speak. And even here in the randomizer, the pop grind will give you an over-leveled thing. And I think it works because that specific pixel actually overlaps to another zone with much higher monsters. But then they've carried that same principle over through all the other Final Fantasies, if I'm not mistaken. So, little fun fact for y'all, and it was a short pop grind.
Here's a fun fact. Dwight just found the canoe.
There you go.
And a +9 wooden stick.
That's what I was about to say. Shout outs to the +5 wooden stick.
+9, not +5.
Oh, but the vampires bodied him.
Should have equipped that wooden stick. Smacked him around a bit.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, Fire 6 was probably still the right play, but wooden stick.
Wooden stick +9, you can't go wrong. That and lamp are the goats. I don't care what anyone says. Ooh, money is looking pretty ouch on Spellzapp's side.
Yep, looks like he just sold that Sun Sword to try and get a little. I'm not sure that I would have done that until I could actually use the money to buy something, because I'd be worried about losing it after another wipe.
That's a good point, actually.
Game Boy F9, this is not a white mage only run. This is a you get party members after you kill a fiend run.
Yes, indeed. And the party members are forced. So, of course, for all of our enjoyment, why would we want to see, knights out here, fighters doing their thing? Nope. We want to make it extra lovely for everyone, including the runners, and we got forced white mages to start. Now, if I'm a betting man, which I'm not, but if I were a betting man, I'm going to say we will probably see a red mage or maybe black mage next. Or a thief.
Well,
I don't think we'll
here's
see
the thing.
Or black belt just yet.
You're really limiting yourself, because it may not just be one of those. It could be one of the promoted classes as well.
Ooh.
So maybe they'll see a ninja or a master. Gesundheit.
The low-level master. Danke. The low-level master. The one without all the glorious in-depth.
Overstuff Ho-Ho is predicting a second white mage for the maximum troll.
I mean, with Fire 6, it ain't all that trolly, to be honest.
Very true, very true. That's a lot of damage.
That's what I'm saying. Now, if we were just working with lit...
Game Boy F9, they are playing by Dragon Warrior randomizer rules, so saving is disabled except on death.
OG property.
Now this is, if you can survive it, this is a good floor for chest density. And oh, that's a lot of gold for Spellzapp. And a +6 ribbon! Hello!
Yeah, you need to warp out of there, bro.
I mean, he does and he doesn't. He can go, it just gets him back safer. Oh, and the Whizvamp takes him out before he can finish checking the chest there. But still, that +6 ribbon, totally worth. And I'll bet he's going to buy that pro ring now.
And he keeps like half the gold, right? Because you die and you lose half your gold, correct?
Yep, he still keeps half of it, so he can still buy some items and, you know, stock up a bit.
Mm-hmm. Get you some houses, man. Houses are gonna be key. Especially because you... Oh, come on, mate. Get those houses, man. You running with one white mage. There we go. Not one house.
Yeah, he just wants the one for now, because, I mean, he's planning on death warping a lot, then it's not as big a deal to have a ton of houses.
I guess that makes sense. Me, I'm of the opinion, like, I know I'm only 13 minutes in, but at some point, I'm going to have to, like, go down a dungeon for a long time. And my thinking is, it's like, especially if there's going to be a split, we've already got warp. I just want to be able to pop houses and keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
But that's why I'm commentating in there running like Spells the champ. I'm not.
Yeah, I ain't gonna question the champ too much.
That's what I'm saying. I'll talk a whole bunch of smack, but I'm not playing. You gotta feel kind of okay though, to be honest. I mean, right now, what level is he at? I think level 11. You got a Ribbo 6, and you're working with Fire 6. He could be a whole lot worse, to be completely honest.
Absolutely. Meanwhile, I mean, Dwight's found a canoe that Spellzapp hasn't yet, so...
That's true.
Spellzapp successfully getting away from some rock goals there, and making his way over to the big batch of chests. Now Dwight has his ribbon +6.
And he's also got that ice +2. I'm like, so Dwight has got a bit...
Oh, hey, a floater! Dwight's gonna love that, considering he's got his canoe.
Exactly. Dwight is gonna love that. The canoe and the canal, so, yep, game over. Done. Once he gets that, he's good to go. Dwight, there you go. Go back in there.
Looks like Spellzapp is trying to burn off an encounter and is found an incredibly long run.
That's how it usually works, right?
Exactly. Honestly, I don't think there's much difference between Warp 7 and Warp Game Boy F9.
There's no difference, I don't believe. Warp is warp is warp.
Oh, did Dwight exit without getting the, or did he get killed without getting the floater?
I think he did not get the floater.
I imagine he's going back, because that's a lot of chests to just leave hanging.
You can't not get that floater, mate. He doesn't know it, but you have to go. You have to go get those chests. Just because that floor alone, when you're going in the sky, like, you literally want that floor because of all the chests that's there. And the fact that it's just sitting right there where you know where it is, you gotta finish it.
Not only that, but with a canoe and a floater, you have access to just about every entrance.
Oh, absolutely. Dwight wouldn't know that yet, though. You know what I mean? But just by virtue of all those chests, you're kind of like, nah, I have to get all these chests.
Oh, hey, Gaia has +5 pro capes for sale.
And not bad price, too, so there you go.
So that's about as much defense as Spellzapp could hope to have on that white mage. And Dwight picks up his floater. He's going to be ecstatic to see that.
Yes, very much so. Shoutouts to double heal pots.
Oh, and there's the run up to Tiamat, which Dwight's like, nah, I should go over and get my airship.
Yep. Just take the long road to get the airship. Airship's gonna open a lot of stuff up.
It's gonna open up pretty much the entire map, considering he's already got the canoe.
Yeah. But because everything is everywhere,
yeah, you can be paralyzed with choice at that point. And ooh, it looks like Spellzapp is gonna try and fight Carrie. And behind Carrie, it appears that there is a fighter.
Okay. Well, that's good news, at least. They can swing some things, that Ice 8 sword.
Like that Ice 8 sword, yeah.
Defo.
Oh, 10 hits, goodbye.
Nice! As in, nope.
No, not at all. Game Boy F9 is asking what Warmech is set to, and Warmech is set to patrolling.
Mm-hmm. So anywhere.
No, in the that means that they're in the Sky Maze.
Oh, I thought they were. Oh, excuse me. That's roaming versus patrolling.
That's Unleashed.
Oh yeah, Unleashed. Excuse me.
Yeah, if we had Unleashed Warmech, I imagine we'd have seen at least one by now. Oh, hey, that's the C-split where Spellzapp is at.
Mm.
And Dwight is airborne, right around the 18-minute mark.
And he's obviously battling the world map boss.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard not to when you're, again, like I said, paralyzed for choice as to where to go.
Exactly. Because you have to check almost... The thing is you have to check everything, but then you don't have to check everything, which is so weird, right? Nothing's incentivized. So, I mean, in theory, you don't have to check everything, but because it's... Anything can be anywhere based on the layout, it's just so interesting. But that's... Ooh, there we go. That's something good to see, at least.
Yeah, we got a dwarf cave with a little bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
In eastern, the east entrance to Titan's Tunnel.
Yep. Let's go see what's in Earth and...
It's a carry floor.
Well, that's... I mean, I would try it out. You've got nothing to lose, right?
Except a little bit of gold.
Touche.
And I'm guessing that was Waterfall, judging from the fact that I didn't recognize that cave entrance.
Either, yeah, it's Waterfall. So it's procedurally generated.
Looks that way.
Fun on a bun. Yeah, the thing about the seed is, like, at a certain point, you have to just man up, or, you know, not necessarily man up, but you're just gonna have to face the facts and go attack one of these fiends at some point, which is super daunting.
Absolutely.
You really are only working with that white mage with Fire 6. Still haven't seen Provoca, so we don't know what our level 2s are looking like. But they do have a slab, but we haven't seen Melman yet, so.
Yeah, haven't seen Elfland yet either to find out what our level 3s are.
But we will check the big boy spells and see what they're working with. Fire 7. AST, no idea what that is.
Yeah, I'm not much on the custom spell book, personally. And Spellzapp getting taken down on the spider floor by a Chimera.
And Dwight also getting bodied, but it looks like that might have been the play he wanted to make. Not sure. It is convenient when you get bodied, your airship at least is right next to you. Because that would be actually very cruel, wouldn't it? You get bodied, you go back to Corneria, but your airship is where you left it.
And it looks like Dwight picked up a Stun 5 +8 shirt.
Well, there you go. I mean, look, at this point, to be honest, because you're not going to have a full party of 4, even spells or obscure type things that you wouldn't normally necessarily have much use could have some value.
Spellzapp, once again, trying to figure out what's going on behind these metal slimes, and is getting smacked with poison and trance, and just having a real bad time. And oh, they've got toxic as well. These slimes are just awful.
Armin van Buuren's new album is titled Poison. Straight to the veins, y'all. He ain't playing, coming with that straight fire.
And a wonderful cover of Toxic by Britney Spears.
There you go. Now, there will be nothing special in this chest. Guarantee it.
119 gold seems real special to me.
Touche. You got me there.
By the time he gets suspended, it'll be half that.
Don't say that. so Spell's taking on the Sky Maze. Let's see where this takes us. Right now, what I think is interesting for the viewers is, yes, Dwight does have the airship, and so he's got an exploration lead at the moment. But to be completely honest, right now, I don't think there's any definitive lead other than the floater, because it's just the way the seed is set up right now. It's like progression really comes once somebody has a orb/party member, and there goes the canoe for Spellzapp. So until one of them really starts, differentiating themselves by defeating a fiend, they can explore all they want. I still don't see anyone really having that much of a lead. And plus, Spellzapp has a canoe now, so I mean, well, there goes Provoker though. So
hey, that's a real good find. And a Cat Claw +7 was picked up by Dwight during your speech.
It was.
Which could be nasty on a ninja or a black wizard. If we manage to find one of those. Kill 8. Stop 5.
Kill 8. Oh, yes. I'll take that.
Kill 8 is non-elemental per Dengwu, so that's
Neck
an excellent
8?
thing.
Ooh, neck 8? That's going to be great.
Apparently it's quad X, but non-elemental.
Now, from my understanding, the pirates are unsafe, correct?
They might be buff pirates, so they might be extremely not safe. That is an expensive crystal in Provoca.
Yep. Ooh, ice -9, though. Well, that's a good find, because you're definitely selling it. Like, sorry, mate. You're -9. Garbo.
Ooh, exit 4. Spellzapp's found Elfland.
Well, there you go. That's a good find. How much money does he have? Oh, he's got enough.
Halt 8.
Ooh, Halt 8. Rouge
Raymond
6,
Holt right there. Ray 3, Holt 8. Any Brooklyn Nine-Nine fans?
Pick up those houses. 3 houses, like Fire Emblem.
There you go. Ooh, +7 gold bracelet.
5K? Wow. See, look, to be completely honest, the way things are shaping up, I'm sitting here expecting a 2.5-hour slog. I mean, but with the items and everything rolling the way they have, I wouldn't be surprised if we could shave it 30 minutes off of that. This might be a 2-hour seed.
Dwight just picked up that crystal and traded it to Matoya for the key.
Ooh, that's a great find. And he already knows where, does Dwight know where the dwarves are? Yes, because he has this airship. He knows where the dwarves are. We know Canaria locked. We've got a couple places that we can check keys, so.
Absolutely.
Haven't we seen Marsh?
Pirates are slapping him around again.
Haven't we seen the bottom of Marsh as well?
Yes, we have, on Dwight's
side.
Excellent.
Yeah, well, we definitely can go check some key lock places.
He's immediately gone back to Corneria Castle to check that, which makes a lot of sense.
50K, there you go. See, this is where you go straight in your airship and go buy stuff.
Yeah, nothing progression-wise, though, in the Corneria Castle.
That's all right. I mean, I feel like unlike most seeds where 25 minutes in, money isn't an issue, because you're still only working with, the Death War principles and one character, money is very important. So to be honest, I wouldn't consider that fruitless, because even if you die, you still have 25K to your name.
Absolutely.
But it is a progression.
Dengwu thought he saw Holy 7 in Elfland, which is the Fate equivalent. Well, looks like Dwight's
back to carry? Or is this his first time?
This is Dwight's first time at carry. Spellzapp tried. Oh, it actually looks like that might be... I'm not sure which warrior that is, because that was one of Dwight's custom sprites, so... Not 100% what that is, but I believe it was a fighter when I saw it on Spellzapp's side.
Well, instantly got bodied there.
Yeah, Carrie's not messing around. She's not here to cuddle. She's here to rage. Now he's going to check and see what's in Carrie's room. Whole bunch of Paralysks in front of that incentive chest. Which isn't incentivized, but normally it would be an incentive chest. Too many birds. Them birds are getting in some real damage. Luckily, he runs away.
They are. Thank goodness. And we will most likely see him check out the link chest as well, just because we haven't explored all of Volcano. So
we're most likely going to see him get bodied by air.
You never once lied, my friend.
Ooh, Karibs have poison. That's fun.
Yeah, that is fun. AKA not.
But Spellzapp managed to survive, which is good, because that would have been a real disappointing thing to have happen to you on your way to get your airship.
Yeah, that would be a huge blower right there, but thankfully not.
And so while Dwight does have the exploration lead right now, I believe Spellzapp's got significantly more levels than him at this point.
The champ is playing like the champ, y'all.
And at 28 minutes and 58 seconds, about 11 minutes behind Dwight, Spellzapp is also in the air. And Spellzapp has found Topher, and is going to take out Garland.
Well, there you go. Garland is definitely nice. Ooh, Kraken!
Oh, hello. Kill didn't quite do it. Still not doing it. Wraith free coming out from Kraken. 11 hits. Good night.
We tried.
Meanwhile, Spellzapp checking the chests here. Some Iron Chucks -4. A small knife. And a little bit of gold.
Consolation prize.
However, that means the princess is rescued, so he can go back to Corneria Castle and potentially get another key item.
Potentially.
Well, there are 20 incentivized items, but only 14 locations, so...
And Dwight is going to see... I'm going to bet that this is actually the one guarded by Tiamat. No, it's not.
No, he's already fought Tiamat. Let's say this is... Oh, it is Tiamat, you're right. And Tiamat says, goodbye. Tiamat's here to slay.
Whoa, so all of these fiends are just bodying everyone. Like, that's the name of the game today. Name of the game is Get Your Weight Up. Get your weight up. I mean, look, the armor on Spellzapp's side looks as good as it can, right?
Pretty much.
But maybe the thing is telling you at this point, look, whether you like it or not, you need to go grind. And that kind of sucks. But what I always find interesting, this is something I've learned playing so many seeds. The logic is always there. So there is always like a grindable tile, even though you're started off with white mage that only knows fire 6. In principle, there is actually a grindable tile for this exact scenario. It's just, will you find it? You know what I mean? Because the logic does always work that way. I've actually found that out. It's just, you don't necessarily get lucky enough to piece all of the logic together in one seed.
Classic Gamer 76 saying that he doesn't think Dwight realizes Kill 8 is a power word spell, as Dwight keeps trying to use Kill 8 on the fiends. And that does seem to be the case.
Either that, or he's just, I mean, yeah, I guess you can't, because we know they're at least 200%. So none of them will be able to go down to off the first, no matter what. But
yep. 200 to 300% clamp bosses are not going to be nice no matter what. And the princess is giving a boat.
Well, there you go. Would have been nice a little while ago, but...
But we've got an airboat.
Oh, okay, that's what's up, see? Dwight made it work. Those slimes, in principle, are actually fire sixable. You know what I mean? It's just they got trance. And Dwight is making it work. So it might not be the best grind, might not be the most fun, but the logic is there for sure. So
yeah, we knew about those slime tiles, and we knew we had Fire 6. It was just a matter of getting there, and that jumps him right up to level 18. Just a gigantic swing. That catches him right up to Spellzapp, and so now he's got the same level and a much bigger level of exploration than Spellzapp at this point.
Because it's like you're probably gonna have to go to at least level 24 to try to take on any one of these fiends, because you're only working with so much, right? Now, if Dwight can go back to say, and if Dwight could find Elflin, then that might put him in a very advantageous position. Because then he could pick up those gold, what was it, 5s?
7, I think.
Oh yeah, the gold 7s. Like, because then getting that one extra piece of armor along with a few levels, you'll be able to also start to touch that Bolt 6. So.
And it looks like Spellzapp is stuck in a bad fight with a gas dragon.
Oh no.
It's unrunnable. And it just keeps missing. The gas dragon's not doing a whole lot of damage. It's just not a great scene.
The one time you want to take an L, and the dragon was like, I'll make you wait on it.
I'm just gonna tickle you. Tickle dragon. Meanwhile, Dwight checking some chests in the earth.
Mummies can get blasted away by a few of his spells.
And Spellzapp is once again stuck on the gas D.
Ouch. But it looks like this time they've got proper charges, where last time they didn't have any charges, so.
Yeah, that should help. It's not ideal. You'd rather have ice, I believe, against the gas Ds, but you'll do what you can.
Oh, for sure. And I mean, these gas Ds are packing some HP. They were over 450.
Velu V asking serious lore question here. Is the hand from Smash Bros. The same hand from the FF1 menus? Yes.
Now that is an interesting question. Now, we might be able to say yes if Gilgamesh happened to transport them, because Gilgamesh is the only character in the FF series who canonically is the same. However, he has the capacity to transverse through all the different FF dimensions by way of, I don't know how. So maybe the hand hooked up with Gilga and was like, listen, brah, I got this new gig, you know what I mean? We over here on the new Nintendo hardware. I'm trying to level up, you know, my status in life. But we'll have to ask Gilgamesh one time. So, very, very good question, though. That'll go in the Hall of Fame questions for sure.
Yep. And so it looks like there's another white mage behind Tiamat.
Ooh. I think I might save that. I mean, to be honestly, you know, as much as I'm saying that, 2 warriors are 2 warriors, right? 2 fire sixes is 2 fire sixes, so on and so forth. So, even though it's another white mage, give me another warrior.
And Dwight picking up his Pro Cape +5 to help with a bit with that survivability.
There's no guillotine Spellzapp, but I do appreciate the 6 hoorays, sincerely.
No, there is guillotine on. He's been guillotining bats all day.
Oh, but he didn't guillotine the elf.
Nope. No, he's marked safe. He's marked essential.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Hooray Dwarf has been marked essential.
I don't know who programmed that into the game, but you are seriously, seriously amazing. Shout out to whoever programmed that into the game. Because Hooray Dwarf getting bodied every time was terrible. Broke my heart.
Oh, that is a black mage behind Kraken.
Yes, and that black mage will have a lot of value based on all the spells that we've seen today. But that fighter, to be honest, like, I want that Ice 8. Because, I mean, the armor looks great. The armor's great in this seed. If your mage is decked, then you know your fighter's going to be doing pretty good. I just want them to have that Ice 8.
Classic Gamer 76 pointing out that there's a setting in the fun % flags where you can set spare or kill the Hooray Dwarf.
Ooh. I didn't know that. So all those who leave the flag on to kill Hooray Dwarf, I'm
Are
gonna call
history's greatest monsters, yes.
We are watching you. The old greater than less than again on Dwight's side. I guess he must have
That
got
ain't greater
bodied.
than less than.
Oh my bad. That's yeah, it's not greater than less than.
That's just first floor Mirage.
We are in the armory, however, on Spellzapp side, and that was a Brack stick +6 along with
oh hello
Brack 6 +2 along with the Ribbo +6. So yes, value in armory already.
Absolutely. Having a second ribbon for when you finally get a second party member, that is some dope stuff right there.
Mm-hmm. That makes you want to go and just kill one of the fiends, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you also know those fiends are clamped at 200 to 300%, so... But you do
got
have
a
the
Brack
stick now, so now you might actually want to go at Tiamat.
And I mean, you have don't they have like a ruse item as well? Like a ruse 6 something? I would ruse myself up for a bit.
I think I had a stun. I didn't see a ruse. Ooh,
Oh,
hey,
wow, okay.
Storia's on the spike tile. That's some good XP.
Well, it is, and they will be fired.
Yeah, pity we don't have ice.
It's not ice again, but
yeah, Ruse 6 was available as a spell somewhere. Not sure what level.
Okay.
I bet that Danny took it in our notes though. Because Danny's a great cracker.
She is. Danny's the community. Shout out to Danny, y'all. I don't know if y'all know, but I've said this before. Danny, like, don't get it wrong. We all do our part, but Danny's the one that keeps all of this together. Whether you watching Irongols, whether you watching Speed Gaming Live Tournament, either our weeklies, Danny's always those eyes in the skies, just making sure everyone in the community, whether you're a viewer, a commentator, a player, is always consistent. So shout outs to you, the mama of FF Rando. You already know that's your title. Nobody's taking that away.
And according to the notes Danny took for us, Ruse is at level 2.
Ooh, so that could be a strat, honestly. I might try some rusing and bracking.
Yeah, I mean, depending on like how deep it is, you might just want to not even bother with that. Just go in and brack stick till it sticks.
Because I mean, you are working with what? It's Tia and Kraken have what, a 12.5% chance, or is it 16.6% chance to get
Oh,
bracked?
don't ask me numbers on Twitch. That's a losing gamble.
It is a higher mathematical chance for those two fiends to be bracked.
Exactly. Fraggle497. Every time I swing by, there's something new on this rando. Spells with numbers? That's correct. There is a custom spell book now, which is one of the options where you can kind of play around with what kind of spells are offered in the game.
Ugh, Steel -8 at 36k. That's kind of crap.
Yeah, it's not the best for sure. But those gold +7s are great. You can't say no to those gold +7s.
Never will.
It looks like Dwight's picking up some extra in anticipation of getting a second party member.
It's pretty smart.
Classic Gamer coming in with the real numbers. It is a 69 out of 256% chance or fraction to Brack, Kraken, or Tia 1.
Touche. We all learned something today.
Crabcake's pointing out that that's for normal Brack, and we have no idea what that is for Brack level 6. Could be more, could be less.
Indeed. We got an eye on Dwight's side.
Yeah, Spellzapp ran into one of them earlier. Speaking of Spellzapp, Spellzapp having some real trouble with these unrunnable fires.
Yeah, I mean, when you're only rocking five... Ooh, 2 hits for 232. Okay, well...
Yeah, that
I don't know
+9 wooden stick is good.
And I'm out here joking, swing it. Nah, you all saw for yourself. A fire just got bodied by a wood 9 stick.
And now Spellzapp's gonna try and brack down these Sarias to see what's in this treasure chest.
I might just... Oh, I mean, does he not have spell charges?
He might be trying to conserve them, or he might be out. I'm not sure which. Another Sun -1 sword. And we got Kraken going on Dwight's side. Dwight bruising up. 4 hits,
that ruse.
And this level 6 ruse, this second one should put it max evade. Goes for another one just in case. And Kraken is missing. Alright, so now it's time to figure out what... I believe he doesn't have the Brack stick. I believe that's Spellzapp who has that.
Oh, no.
And so he's unfortunately going for the kill, which isn't going to work because that's a power word spell.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
And it looks like Spellzapp is doing exactly what we said he should do. He's going to try and take on this fiend using that Brack stick.
That's interesting. So I'm thinking about this. Even though you're only one party member, do you still get the extra evade from being in the 3rd slot?
He may just be trying to get the Tiamat into an AI loop. And it's broken into pieces. Good night.
At 44 minutes and 25 seconds, we now have another fiend in our first orbit.
We sure do. And Spellzapp has now got 2 white mages.
One. And that's the truth.
Time to go load up some spells on this second white mage.
Dwight going in again. Don't know what metal is, to be honest.
I think muddle is confused.
Confused. That makes sense. And Carrie is prone to confusion, to be honest. But you'd be better off if you had expert.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Dwight is suffering a little bit from not knowing how the spell randomizer works. And it looks like Spellzapp is going toward Lich. Or Kraken, I think, is in the Lich location. And Danny takes an immediate dirt nap.
Ouch.
That's the thing. Yeah, you got another party member. Oh, they're level 1 instead of 22.
Do they get slingshotted?
It looked like it was still just level 1.
So, I mean, even on level gain, there's no slingshot for them?
I mean, there's extra XP because you get plus 50% per orb lit, but other than that. And we got another fiend broken into pieces, so that's 2 orbs lit for Spellzapp back to back, and that's about beautiful. To get a black mage. Dengwu, welcome to the party, pal.
Ooh!
Fighter attack.
Oh, that's nice. And actually, they're gonna get some HP growth because black mages have terrible HP. Like even at level 50, they still can't take nukes.
No, not at all.
So getting that extra.
Give him that ice 8, and Crab Cakes is correct. That ice 8 on that black mage would be amazing.
This is interesting though because they do start off at level 1. What I mean about the slingshot is generally in some games, if you have like very underleveled characters, then those characters are going to get additional EXP, so then they can slingshot, quote unquote, their way up to the level that you are in a shorter amount of time. But
that's not how it works here.
It ain't doing that here. So,
however,
hey, but dang, is at level 11.
Yep. So the one way you can kind of do that is when you talk to the party member, it replaces whoever's in the 4th slot, if that's a nun or if it's a character. And if it replaces a character, they will be at whatever level of the character they replace.
That makes sense.
Funny thing, Spellzapp's, doing great with getting orbs lit and whatnot, still has not gotten his key from Matoya, because he still hasn't found Provoca.
That is a good point.
Dengwu in chat asking Danny why she's still level 1, then immediately his character gets slapped down.
Why did Spellzapp not go check out the Bahamut? You've got the free tail.
Good question. He may not necessarily want to. I don't know if it's set to like random party members when they level up, and he may like the stats of what he's got.
What I could be thinking though is, and this is just me, maybe you're right, like maybe he's thinking there's a potential for black belt or something, because since it starts at level 1 and you don't want it to be a master, but I don't know. This is so interesting though, right? Like Dwight's still rocking that one white mage, and Spellzapp's got a squad. Even though they're both body, like it's still a squad.
Crabcake saying there was really no reason not to, so who knows?
Could just be one of those things, right? You're playing the game and then you don't even remember, like, oh crap, I don't have the tail, even though it's like one of the only free things in the sea.
Zoe up to level 26 now. Crabcake's guessing that Spellzapp forgot that Freetail was on.
That's what I'm thinking.
Meanwhile, Dwight going to see what's over at the Vanilla Lefane location.
He'll be the first to do that, right?
Absolutely. Up to level 22 on his white mage. Oh, Spellzapp finally gonna check the chest in greater than, less than.
There we go.
And there's a third ribbon.
Amazing. All we need is life.
Yep. Goes ahead and equips that ribbon to the corpse of that black mage. Gonna go ahead and break these Cerebi down into their stony parts.
So what would you do if you're in Dwight's side? You know, you're 50 minutes in, you still haven't gotten the fiend down. What are you thinking at this time?
Quit.
Oh! You can't do that in the
Dwight's
Irongol,
a much better and much more stubborn runner than I am, though.
It's like you can't do that in the Irongol, bruh. That's
Maybe
the
you
point. Dwight looks like he's gonna take on Lich.
Yup.
That's the only one we haven't seen.
We'll finally get to see what's behind Lich. We'll see if we can figure out what it is based on his sprites. That looks like a dancer? I'm not sure what that could be. It's probably a red mage.
Probably.
Dangwoo seems to think it's another white mage.
Wow, that harm 8 is doing severe work.
Yep, it was a white mage.
White mage, white mage, white mage, black mage. Hooray.
That's not true. There's a fighter somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did see a fighter.
And I believe it's behind Carrie here, which Spellzapp is attempting to take down.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, unfortunately, Muddle doesn't want to land to confuse Carrie. Ineffective, 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 unfortunately. Last chance.
Unfortunate. Come on, give it to us.
Still ineffective. Oh, quick 3 on Carrie. That ain't good.
You gonna die.
And now we're throwing out Brack 6. We're at Desperation strats here. Well, let's see what Fire 6 does instead.
49. Ooh,
damage.
63. Hey, look, better than I expected, to be honest.
Yeah, but
Cure
when Carrie's
5.
got 200 to 300% health, that's not great.
I did not see Cure 5.
Oof.
This looks doable, to be honest. Come on, come on. We're getting consistent 60-ish damage every time.
Alright, so 60 times 9. That's a little over 5. That's almost 600 damage. That's not quite enough to get there.
And yeah, we've rolled a few 40s as well.
Yeah, like Dangwoo was saying in chat, Carrie has at least 1200 HP, so that's like at best half.
Yeah.
So you're basically on the 3 out of 256 of the Brack stick, or hope that Carrie kills you at this point.
I've seen the 3 out of 256, but...
And yeah, unfortunately, that plus, as nice as that +9 wooden stick is, it's still only hitting Carrie for 1 damage. So we're on Brack stick or bust here.
And Carrie does not want to kill.
Well, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure Spellzapp rused himself to max, so Carrie's gonna have a lot of trouble hitting.
We might actually see 256 attempts of Braxic, yo. So...
Oh, something did damage.
Ice.
Ah, that'll do it.
Those quick 3s, I tell you.
And Dwight taking down some vampires to start throwing some levels down on that second white mage.
I feel so bad because you can't just reset because of the Dragon Warrior. You know what I mean? Like, you got...
Yeah, who knows? Like, unless you remember when the last time was you died, that's just asking for trouble.
You cannot, like, reset. You have... what are you doing? There you go, Dwight. Drop some things. Yeah, unfortunately, you just have to kill it or be killed. And Ice 3 seems to only come once every 12 turns for Carrie, so...
Once every 100 years.
The illustrious Ice 2 arises for 23 damage. Dwight venturing on, finding a cabin.
And and Carrie is broken into pieces. Spellzapp's got himself a fighter.
We did it. We absolutely did it, y'all. I told you we would see roughly 256 swings. We got close. Well, that's great for Spellzapp. So now he's got he's got nearly a full party ready to go.
I think he just turned Danny into a fighter instead of a second white man.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You can get all those charges back on the white mage. Like that's already what, level 28?
Oh, crappy HP on that fighter though. Minus 10 Vite. Time to buy one of them +8 ice swords though, Spellzapp.
Absolutely. Shoutouts to whoever just followed Dwight on his stream. He can't say it for them, so you know I will. Shoutouts to you. Honestly, I'm getting that 8 ice +8 over that sun -1.
Absolutely.
He's gonna do more damage. He's doing way more damage. Way more damage.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that Spellzapp went with the sun -1 instead of the ice +8.
He's the champ, so I mean, I'm not going to dispute him, you know what I mean? But I'm really going for the ice 8. Even though it's elemental, there's the +8 alone secures all that, in my opinion.
Yeah, Classic Gamer 76 is saying ice 8 +8 way better. Crab Cake saying probably forgot it.
Happens to the best of us. I mean, look, Dwight did not forget though that there is a Bahamut, and it just so happens Astos is hiding behind Bahamut. So there is no Bahamut. It's just Astos.
Oh well, there you go. Bahamut was Astos all along.
But in that sense though, Spellzapp did not beat Astos. So will that come into play a bit later?
It very well could.
Because that's interesting as well, because Spellzapp was like, oh, nah, I don't have the tail, even though the tail was there, but that was Astos, not even Bahamut. So when he does find Bahamut somewhere else, that's going to throw him in a loop, like, oops, maybe I should go back and do that. We still haven't seen Melman, haven't we?
We have not. We've had that slab from the king for a while, but we haven't found Melmon yet.
Yeah.
Spellzapp finally comes to Provoca.
There you go. Get your weight up.
That's a pretty good squad. Dang back to life.
This is the squad that can get you through it. And I mean, the Cure 5, I didn't even see that. But does Cure 5 operate like Cure 4?
I don't believe so. There's a certain level at which point it does. I think it's like Cure 7 and 8 do, but I'm not 100% on that. And Spellzapp is thought about checking the pirate and is like, wait, I should check the item shop first. Good move, because he's going to be able to get his crystal.
There you go. And now things will open up for ye.
Shadowed Flames in chat showing us that a +8 ice sword is 45 attack, 49 hit, and 34 crit versus the sun -1, which is only 30 attack, 27 hit, and 7 crit.
Yeah, you're losing way too much properties. Way too many properties.
Neck 8 doing huge damage to these pirates. Taking out a bunch
Neck 8. When I saw they bought Neck 8 earlier, I was like, yes, Neck 8 is great.
And Muddle 7 work. Both those living pirates are confused. Neck 8 coming out again, and goodbye, pirates. Spellzapp doesn't care how buff you are.
You have been bodied. And we got the TNT. Well, there we go. It's been a while since we've seen, like, something give us an actual key item, right?
Dengwu asking if Neck 8 is death damage. I would expect as much. I would guess that Neck stands for necromancy.
But it's I think it's non-elemental. to be honest. That's why you can use it on things that aren't just undead.
Well, the question is, can you use them on things that are undead? Because if you can, if you
Oh,
can't,
yeah.
because
I
if
believe
Neck
you
doesn't
can.
work on the undead, then it's death.
Hmm. That's actually a good point. I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah, and with a name like Neck, I would expect that it's death element and does not work on the
Yeah.
undead.
Yeah, you're right. But we've got harm 8, so.
They're saying it would do half damage to undead.
Oh, okay, that's still not bad. Like,
Not when it's
any
doing
damage at
500 damage to anything else. Yeah,
so now we've seen the seed start to open up now. So I mean, it's looking like where 30 minutes ago, it's still a slog. We still don't have all the pieces together to understand fully. Like even us as spectators, right? We're still not no mode. Spellzapp's going back. That's good.
Yep, Spellzapp's gonna find Astos
and take care of him. But in saying that though, now we're at a point where the seed itself is manageable, for both party members. Is that on rack?
That's on rack.
Nobody has the Oxio though, do they?
Yeah, Crabcake's pointing out that it looks like Spellzapp waited to upgrade just in case the fighter wouldn't get to promote.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Alright, Spellzapp, you're back here. Pick up that Ice Sword plus... Aww.
Come on, Spell. What are you doing? Can all of us just put it into the ether? Like, hey, yo, Spellzapp, you gotta get that Ice Sword.
I mean, he doesn't gotta. He'll be fine, I'm sure, but it would be much cooler if he did.
You know what? He'll win. If he wins with the Sun -1, then you know what? It's the
He's got a Cat Claw plus 7 that he can jam with.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's also an excellent weapon, so...
It is. It's not used as much as the other ones, but that is an excellent weapon. Very high crit.
Hey, there's the waterfall door.
Nice. And that wasn't too bad. And then Imps being the trap tile, that's great.
Yep. No problems there.
Ooh, Sarda gives us the crown on Dwight's side.
That's nice of him.
Ice 2 helmet, yeah, we'll take that, right?
Sure, why not?
That's what I'm saying.
Free sweeper on your, oh hey, a
Ruby.
random ruby.
That's good.
And some
the
Oxio.
Oxio. See, now things have opened up dramatically. Because now with that Oxio, you know you're going somewhere.
So, that's both, like, good and bad. It's good because it gives Spellzapp more places to go. It's bad because it also puts him further away from going to get his key.
That's true. And he
But
needs to get that
he
key.
actually shouldn't be that far from it because he has picked up his crystal. So he just needs to get back to Matoya in the Cardia Isles.
And the reason why you want a key early in this type of seed is because you could potentially just walk up on a key-locked room at any point. And so instead of, like, not knowing where all of them are, you really want to have access to do it when you can. So,
for sure. And yeah, that knight is swinging that cat claw for a good 400 damage there. So
yeah, they'll be all right. Now we haven't seen fast or temper this seed, have we? Or quick, for that matter.
Yeah, I have not seen either one.
That's all right. We still got Melvin.
It's true.
We found a chime. In Dwight's side, though. Things are really starting to open up.
Shadow Flames giving us the stats on a Cat Claw plus 7, 36 attack, 50 hit, and 31 crit. Still not as good as that Ice plus 8, but it's very, very good. Dragon Sword plus 6?
Eh.
Eh.
I mean, to be honest, it's probably Sun -1.
A heal 2 plus 1 sword?
Hey, look, that's heal too. You know what I mean? Say what
Yeah.
you want, but sometimes that extra 54 per unit is what you need to survive. And because my black mage can swing it, I'm giving it to the black mage.
Oh, hey, we found Melmond.
Oh, there you go.
Invis 7, Fast 7.
Yep, fast 7. There you go. Well, I mean, look, you really want the ice sword, but with fast 7, who cares?
Fog 8.
Fog 8. I'll take that.
What do we got at this weapon shop? Nothing worth it. Armor shop. I mean, glove +6. Probably don't care because we've got pro rings. But the slab has been translated for Spellzapp, which means that he can go turn that in the Cardia Isles, which should get him back over to where Matoya is, so he can also turn in the crystal for the key.
Mm-hmm.
And as a matter of fact, that might put him into go mode if Lefane has the loot. Ooh, +4 dragon
armor. Is that a dragon +4?
It sure was.
That's great. That's great.
Dangwoo pointing out that Invis 7 and Fast 7 are party-wide, and Invis 7 gives max evade.
What? Fast 8 is party-wide? I mean,
7.
Invis 7 is like...
Yeah.
Because, like, fast... Because, look, Invis 2 is party-wide, right? So, I mean, I get that. And max 8 on one turn is dope. But Fast 8 is party-wide? That's a game changer right there. That's like having Cure 8 for everyone.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's a game changer.
Well, I imagine Heal 8 is similar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got an Irongol on Spellzapp's side.
Shoutouts to the OG, the original.
Oh, and Dwight's found the 3-eye tile.
You love to see it. Does he have net?
It looks like he's still throwing fire 6s.
All good.
I imagine he doesn't have neck because it was the black mage that learned that for Spellzapp.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Spellzapp getting the XP Pinata Big Eye here. Got a huge amount of XP. He keeps trying to kill spell it, and it's just not happening. Finally says to heck with it, and is just going to stab it to death.
Pretty much. Dwight will also get his slab translated.
You know, I just realized that Danny, that fighter, is only level like 18 or 19, and is just chunking things down at like 300 to 400 damage per swing of that cat claw. In just like
Did they have extra stats?
Oh, their stats were amazing, except for vitality.
Vitality, right? Yeah, well then that's probably why, because beast mode stats.
Absolutely, yeah.
And Spellzapp gets his chime, so yeah, Spell's in actually a really commanding lead right now. I mean, he's got the TNT, he's got the ruby, he's got the chime. The only thing he needs is the key, but he's got the crystal, so he can get that.
Well, he still needs the loot.
Yeah, I mean, of course, they both need the loot, right?
True.
But just in terms of comparison to both of them, Spell's already got the slab translated. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and like I said, Spellzapp has access to the key whenever he manages to get back there, and he has the incentive to go back there because both the slab turn-in and the crystal turn-in are in the same general location.
Exactly. Yep, you're right. They're in the same general location, so there's no reason to not do that.
Dwight is gonna give Tiamat a try. Throwing out that
With an
Invis 7, getting max dodge right off the bat. So Tiamat's gonna swing and miss. Now he's just got to figure out... Brack 6, that's a good choice.
Mm-hmm. Still doesn't have that Brack stick?
Not sure, but if he doesn't, he's at least got Brack casts on both mages here.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately...
Neck doing... What?
Unfortunately, it looks like he accidentally used Fast there, is using on one of those casts instead of Brack, and is rapidly running out of casts.
I might have done Cure 5 on John, to be honest, but...
Well, John's only got this one last charge, and, so, at this point, John is now out of Brack casts. Brack 6, still ineffective. Oh, apparently...
It sounds like... What?
Dengwu, correcting an error. Fast 7 is not party-wide, it's only Fast 8.
Okay, because I was about to be like, goodness gracious, like, Fast 7 being party-wide, like, that's...
Yeah, that would be killer, but, I mean, it's still good to have Fast, regardless of whether it's party-wide or not.
All right, well, Dwight is dwindling down, Tia, you know, and ooh, mermaid floor. That's a beautiful floor right there. I mean, granted, it's a dead end, but it's a beautiful floor.
Recorrecting Dengwu and saying that Fast 7 is in fact party-wide.
Oh, looks like we got a little bit of inter-chat beef. Who's correct, CC or Dangwu? It's like, nah.
Crabcake's also pointing out that it does not matter if it's party-wide right now when you've only got one melee fighter. To which I would say, +9 wooden stick? No, you're right. It really doesn't make that much difference.
Now, will we find
Are we going to become Bubbles? Well, you certainly are. That's my favorite interaction with NPC Guillotine. Every time, I love it.
As y'all can see, Spellzapp is truly for the people. Hooray, dwarfing 6 times and giving us that lovely bit of dialogue right there. So, if you wear the champion's belt, you gotta be for the people, right?
Oh, word. We got the seafloor split go into the marsh split.
Oh, wow. I don't know who rolled this seed, but shout outs to you. Spellzapp's an ice cave. Yes, that is a volcano-themed ice cave, y'all.
And that'll get him to Sarda to get his crown.
Yep. There we go. Yeah, I think at this point he'll probably exit out and start traversing the world map and really start putting things together. Yep. Exit.
Exit, house up, figure out where to go. And it looks like he's going straight up to the Cardia Isles.
Yep.
Gonna try and get some magic for this knight. Yeah, why not have your knight learn kill and rub? And stop. Who cares?
Now I feel that I'm one of those people that even if there's just one useful spell per se, just because it looks weird to have all those like empty spaces, I just fill them up.
Oh, I never grab extraneous spells just because I know that I will mismenu into them if I have them.
See, my menuing is like granny speed. You know what I mean? Some people out here
I hear
menuing like I don't know how they do, and I'm just like, I never mess up because I actually do like click, click, click.
Whereas I menu like I know what I'm doing and then just mess up.
People who out there just like heal potting like gods, more power to you, but Slightly off topic. You know what I did the other day? I watched a speed run of FF1 vanilla, and I couldn't get through it after an hour. I was like, the walking speed is so slow. Oh my god, yo.
Yeah, if you want to torture yourself, what you do is after playing and watching Randomizer for however long, go try and play FF1 vanilla.
You will never be able to play it again. Like, it's just loading it up. You're like, oh no, you literally move this slow.
Oh, you think that's bad? Wait till you see him
You can
try
only
and
buy
cast an
one
AoE spell.
Wait a minute, I need to buy items? Oh god.
What do you mean I can't just buy all 99 at once?
What? And then try heal potting on that menu.
And at the waterfall, we have Ice Cave.
There you go. And we can do the shenanigans.
Oh hey,
Ooh,
a fourth ribbon and another Brack stick.
Okay, so like I generally don't see seeds where you see all 4 ribbons, so that's great.
Well, considering there are only 3 ribbons vanilla, we've seen extra.
That's awesome.
Oh, it looks like Dwight is 3 white mages deep now. And grinding the eye tile. Oh, apparently this is the 5th ribbon. We have not been paying close enough attention.
Well, there you go. 5 ribbons in a day. Topher's going to be horrible if they've got 5 ribbons. Topher's going to be horrible.
Well, I mean, those bosses in Temple of Fiends Revisited are going to be clamped at 200 to 300% stats.
Absolutely. We did just pick up the cube on Spellzapp side.
Yep. And I believe before he came here to Ice Cave, he turned his crystal into the key.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, all he needs is to find where Lich is and get his loot.
That's it. Now we've seen 5 ribbons, but no mosses. No Vorps. No
that can happen with impoverished wealth.
Mm-hmm. We giveth and then we taketh away.
Danny, that's supposed to be the key, not the loot on Spellzapp's tracker.
Only happens to the best of us, by the way, Danny, so don't worry about that. So the game is on.
Around at some point.
You know what? You know what? We need to go to Mirage Tower. That's what's going to lead us to. Not good.
Okay, stream's back up.
We back, y'all. My bad. Blame it on me. I spilled coffee all over the thing. I did the thing that you cannot thing. My bad.
Okay. Yeah, apparently it was still live for everyone here. It was just us that it went down for, so everything's good.
Well, but if nothing else, there was some comedic entertainment for y'all. Now, actually, I've just thought about this. We haven't seen Vanilla Ordeals, right? We haven't seen Ordeals, period.
Correct, right? And Spellzapp's on his way.
So, Ordeals or Mirage will probably lead us to the loot chain. And Ordeals is Ordeals. No, it's not. My bad. I'm totally munching.
Oh, hey, it's the Northwest Castle.
Wonder if there's anything spicy on the spike tile. Nah, just Chimera. It's like if there was, the Germaduces, that would be great, right?
It would. I mean, we've already seen, like, the real good, real spicy grind tiles, because Spellzapp got the Irongol tile, and Dwight got the 3-eye tiles. They're actually in the same room.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right. And they are 3 eyes, so...
Exactly. Not to mention, we also have a 4 Soria grind tile in the Volcano.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Definitely going with the eye tile, though.
For sure.
Blowing up some zombies. So it's interesting. I almost feel like we're in part 1. Even once we get the loot, Topher's gonna be part 2.
Definitely. Unrunnable sandwiches. And very weak sandwiches at that.
Hey, look, thank goodness they aren't unrunnable red ankylos, right? Those things, they're definitely my least favorite tile. I hate our ankylos. Except for the one in the Land Before Time. Those are dope.
You summoned them.
Speaking of...
You summoned them.
Thank goodness they weren't unrunnable.
Burt Reynolds asking if this is Shard Hunt. No, it is not Shard Hunt. It's just regular orbs, and you get new party members whenever you fight a fiend. So they each started with a single white mage, and Dwight just happened to kill the 2 fiends that both had white mages behind them. Whereas Spellzapp has still not found Lich to take Lich out and get the what would be his 3rd white mage. Oh wait, he's on the floor now, so he'll be having access to his 3rd white mage shortly. Life 4 at level 8 per Dengwu on Dwight's side just now.
I mean, honestly, at this, I mean, you need it, so I would get it no matter what. You can't really be mad at that.
Harm 8 telling Lich to go back to the hell from which he came.
Did I see Lock 1 on Dwight's side? Yes, I did. Good move.
Harm 8, 850 damage. Goodbye, Lich.
GG.
So yeah, right now we're at the part where Spellzapp just has to find the loot, and then he can go to the Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Hovering, probably checking over what have I not done.
And he's going for the Q block, I think.
Yep.
And we're about to see whether promoting early hurt Dwight or not, because we're going to find out if he gets a promoted class when he pulls this person or not.
Indeed.
Oh, hey, Temper 7.
There you go. Get that lock as well, definitely.
Yeah, it usually doesn't hurt to have a lock spell.
Mm-mm. It's all good until you can't hit a fiend. Yeah, Spellzapp is doing that whole round the world move. Get all your materials, because at this point, I think once he gets everything he wants, Spell is going to go into I'm just finding the loot. And that's it.
And he's picking up that life 4 there.
Oh, you need it.
Oh, Spellzapp did just grab a white mage from killing Lich, and it is promoted. So it looks like there's no penalty for promoting early in this.
And the bottle is going to be the adamant. Oh, crap. Totally forgot about that. And we do know where the dwarves are.
Yep, and that could turn into the loot.
Which would be great in terms of not having to explore it, right?
Definitely.
Gotta feel good, though. I mean, Dragon +4, Gold +7. You ain't coming out feeling bad. Up 3 more Hooray Dwarfs. That's 9 in total, people.
And it pays off.
We are in go mode. We are in go mode.
Is fully in go mode.
We're gonna go downstairs and see the Masa +3. Oh, you're not gonna get the Masa +3? Oh no! Has he checked those key lock chests?
I don't think so.
Shame for you. Not even really, but
at this point, I don't think he cares. I think he's just gonna go for it.
It's times like this I wish we had a mini spoiler log just so I could tell you, like, yes, the Masa 5 really was there.
He is gonna check these key lock chests real quick, though.
There you go. And you know what? We might even get the vanilla Masa chest check, to be honest.
That seems a little less likely.
Probably not, but
Dengwu pointing out that Wall 8 is a very useless spell when we found 5 ribbons this game.
Touché.
Got more ribbons than we got party members. This is a nasty spike tile right in front of this chest.
It is. Those waters are really not playing.
Oh, you know what? He was probably checking this spike tile to try and get some levels on, like, the fire.
Touché.
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like this is the spike tile to do it.
Mm-mm. Those waters are not playing.
Burt Reynolds, I don't know Spellcrafter, maybe Wall 8 is Wallop 8 and does damage. So yeah, that was all the proof that we needed to see that Neck 8 does death damage because the waters were resisting it.
Yep.
Still not grabbing that Ice 8 sword. Oh well.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it looks like Spellzapp's not quite comfortable with his levels and is gonna find himself a grind tile. And I'm guessing he's looking at Soria's, just judging from the fact that he's gone to a volcano area. Or he's just trying to kill off non-fire party members.
Maybe. You caught the hero run at the wrong time.
I mean, that's not a hero run. He was in the lava. He couldn't get
that was
counters.
a tomato soup. That was a tomato soup, my bad.
I don't think that was the spike tile he wanted. I don't think that is either.
Dwight has his full party though, which is good. Yeah, Spells definitely got to get that grinding in.
Yeah, that definitely looks like what he's up to at this point. And yeah, he's going for those Sorias.
Yep. Makes sense from like a
the tiles he's seen. Yeah, from the tiles he's seen in their location.
Yep, location and how much it'll take to actively kill each one.
And he's got all of his other party members down, so now it's just swinging on Sorias. And this is a nice, safe spike tile, too, since, you know, he can...
You ain't gonna die.
Well, not only are you not going to die, but he can step off it and step back on without provoking other encounters.
That's a good point.
Meanwhile, Dwight has got all 4 orbs lit as well, and just needs to get his adamant so that he can turn that into a loot.
That's correct.
Yeah, 18K experience. Yeah, that's gonna jump the fighter up just the way you want it to.
Yes, absolutely.
Looks like Dwight swapped one of those white mages into a black mage, as expected. Burt Reynolds asking what the boss clamps are like and if it's a long topher. It is a long topher. Boss clamps are 200% to 300%, and there's an alternate final boss.
Yep. I'm gonna call 2 Krakens with 6 Batmen as our final boss.
Burt Reynolds saying, oof, no thank you, which is exactly what I said when I looked at the flags, only with a lot more profanity.
Yes, a lot more, to be honest. And Dwight going back to the eyes. Dwight going for, I guess, a more even distribution of EXP.
Yeah, it makes sense that Dwight's on the eyes, considering he found the eye tile, whereas Spellzapp took that chest from the other side and saw the Irongol tile. But yeah, Spellzapp, you know, taking down this 4-pack of Sorias. The last one jumped him up to level 30. Let's see, 5 hits for 610 damage, 24,000 XP, goes from 30 to 32.
If I'm Spellzapp, I'm just going to go ahead and work this all the way up to 40, to be honest.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds suggests going all the way up to 50 with those clamps.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, that's not a bad move. You're only going to spend, even to get to level 50 from here, you're still only going to spend maybe 6 minutes max with these Soria packs.
Exactly.
So that might be the move where Dwight might not get to 50 overall, but Dwight might have 40s on everything.
Night Danny is getting beefy, says Danny in chat. Absolutely. Taking your protein shakes, doing your lifts.
The gains are real. As we can see now, Danny's swinging at that level 35.
Hot Toddies asking if the knight is wielding a silver dagger. It's actually wielding a cat claw +7.
No ice +8, but as y'all can see, it is definitely getting the job done. So I can't begrudge him for doing that. And I mean, one thing, and I said this earlier, the only thing I could consider maybe Spellzapp was thinking was ice carries element and cat claw doesn't, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we can ask him about that in the exit interview.
Yeah, absolutely. That wouldn't have deterred me per se, but that's the only thing I'm thinking maybe.
Danny up to level 39 already.
Putting in that work.
Dengwu was helping for Spellzapp Falchion strats, but unfortunately that did not end up being the play.
Yeah, nah, I'm not commentating Falchion strats, y'all. I'm being real with you. I don't want to see it. Probably a good time to shout out RPG Limit Break for hosting us. Always stepping up to the plate to making sure that all your favorite RPG randos, etc., can be streamed to y'all for free. At least I ain't paying for it. So shout outs to RPG Limit Break.
Absolutely, and shout outs to all of our fans watching live right now for this Irongol Championship match. This has been a really entertaining seed so far.
It has, actually. To be honest, sometimes the slogs can be just straight up slogs. Like, they can be slogs, and it's not pretty to watch. But this has been a good seed in that you still, like, the degree of knowing what you're doing. For me, for instance, right? I would be 3 hours behind them, even though it's only an hour, 40 minutes into the seed. Like, no question. So you can see that the mastery of both of these players is very evident. They know what they're doing. But the seed itself has been interesting in that there's enough, I guess, like stuff that's been able to stalwart them, but they've also been able to piece parts of the logic together to get past the stalwarts. So I think it shows the mastery of the players along with just a very interesting crafted seed, which comes together for all of our entertainment as viewers, right?
Tokobot says in chat, I don't recognize the characters that Dwight are using. Becca and John look like fairies, and Karn looks like Radia from Final Fantasy IV. What's going on? What's going on, Tokobot, is that as part of the randomizer, we allow people to edit their character sprites so they can make them look like what they want. So those fairy-like sprites that you're seeing are the white mage sprites that Dwight uses, and then the Radia sprite is what he uses for his black mage. There is a very active, creative community in the Final Fantasy Randomizer community that you can see on the Final Fantasy Randomizer Discord.
Yes, indeedy. We may not have as many sprites as a link to the past rando, but we getting there.
Personally, I made my characters look like the characters from the Stardust Crusaders arc of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Wow. You just gained so many points in my heart for saying that. Oh my god.
And you know I turned Chaos into Dio.
You are a god, my good sir. There are levels to this nerdery, y'all, and like literally, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you just don't. As we see, Spellzapp has entered Topher actually at whatever time. My bad, I was too busy laughing.
Yeah, about 1 hour, 41 minutes, and 52 seconds, let's say.
Dwight actually went inside of Ordeals. Interesting.
Dwight still doesn't know where the loot is and hasn't found his adamant.
Yeah, so he's gonna be on a bit of a loop-de-loop. However, he might come across some really cool items. Maybe an X-Scow, Masa, Warps.
Yeah, there are any number of things he could find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Danny's level 42, so I get why. Because you'd have to respect Dwight, right? For all he knows, Dwight could also be in Topher as well, getting it done. So you do want to respect your opponent. So I do see why Spellzapp didn't necessarily go all the way to 50. Because level 40, you're gonna do pretty well, and with the walking grind, you should be able to get up to level 43 or 44 by Topher.
Dwight put in a lot of work to become the #1 contender in the Irongol, so yeah, he's absolutely should be respected for getting to this place.
That's what I'm saying. Even if you're the champ, you always want your opponent to be like really good. You know what I mean? Otherwise, what's the point? So I definitely understand why Spellzapp was like, nah, I can't afford to go all the way to 50. We got some goals on the screen. They are not the rock, unfortunately, but excuse me, they're not the iron variety, but we've got mud and rock goals.
Yep. And Dwight just turned in his crown, which gives him his bottle, that'll get him his adamant, that'll get him his loot.
There we go. Now the question is, what levels is Dwight at? 19, 29, 34. Ooh, yeah, Dwight's gonna have to do some leveling up for sure.
Yeah, you definitely want higher on your knight.
You gotta be 35 bare minimum. When you know you're working with 200 to 300%, 35 is like, you shouldn't really be going in at 35, but that's a bare minimum. Steak? Aw, no steak for Dwight.
And Spellzapp is about to fight Lich Revisited, assuming these mud goals get the heck out of his way.
Unrunnable. Yeehaw. I surmise that's that heal 2 sword on the black wizard.
Hot Toddies, this is asking about these weird spell level variations. There is a spell randomizer option now in the beta as well. I believe it's called like Spellbook or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so they're just different crafted. Basically, they take, properties.
Spellcrafter, that's what it's called. Spellcrafter.
Exactly. So they take different properties, like ice has ice property, and then you can level it up all the way to 8, and so it just takes different properties and says, oh, we'll give this spell an ice property that hits all enemies at this level, quote unquote. So that's why you've got a bunch of wacky stuff, things you might not have seen before, but it's pretty cool. I'd love to see, honestly, Spellcrafter actually make his way into one of our mainland tournaments at some point. I think once we work out all the kinks, this could be something that could become a true staple, in terms of us, like a proper seed, or, a proper flag for a seed.
Yeah, it needs to be a little bit clearer about what all the spells do, as we noticed with Dwight not being 100% sure what Kill 8 does. Crab Cakes hoping that the final boss ends up being the Fun Dead, so they all just get one shot by Harm 8.
Well, a nuclear is out of the pool, as we saw. Carrie just throw that out.
Yeah, that's one nuke out the pool.
Nuclear, unfortunately, not the nuke.
Oh, okay. Ooh, only 260 odd damage from Knight. That's less than you want to see on these bosses.
Yeah, it might be time to throw out some lock, to be honest. Yeah, because that black mage is missing as well. You might want to throw out some lock.
6 hits for 222. Yeah, but I think Locke was a high level, so they're probably trying to save it for later.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. It was level 7, so.
We got heal 6, so it's pretty easy to keep the party HP up.
Yeah, Bane is gonna do anything with those ribbons, thank goodness.
Not unless you get 3 out of 256.
I was about to say exactly that, unless we catch that 3 out of 256. So Carrie's packing some HP, as we can see. Finally down those Carrie ribbons.
Yep, Carrie it was pretty tanky, so hopefully the next 2 bosses are less so. Psycho Stick in chat asking, are the spells a different kind of multiplier? I'm a little confused as to how Cure 7 would work. So the number after the spell just indicates what its vanilla level would be. So if it's Cure 7, that just means it's the equivalent of a level 7 spell, and they do more or less based on what spell level they're from. Looks like Spellzapp got a nice hero run down the water floor. You'd love to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, weren't we talking about the knight not having good HP, and yet they're sitting here with 800? So
yeah, I mean, well, they had a real bad Dwight penalty, but it doesn't seem to. Oh my God, mattered.
Ooh.
Well, luckily we've got Invis 7 going up, so the knight's going to be at max evade. But that was a huge swing.
Yeah, it was.
And we're
that
out.
fast out there. That fast out there.
Yeah, well, we already put a temper up. Now we're trying to decide what the best way is to go about healing, because we're out of heal 6 at this point. We're throwing up Fog 8 as well.
Ouch.
We still, even after at max evade,
no!
it still hit 9 times.
Woo. Yeah, that's not fun. And you have to get bodied. You have to get bodied. Like, this is interesting. This makes me think, if I ever play a seed like this, I'm gonna make sure I body myself just before I go into Topher, just so I can reset. You know what I mean? Because like, you have to get bodied.
Crab Cakes in chat is saying there's no way that can't be that could be max evade, and Burt Reynolds coming in saying Invis 7 is not max evade, just good evade.
Dwight. Just want this guy to piece everything together, you know?
Yeah, he's nearly there. He's just got to go turn in that bottle, get that adamant.
Spellzapp is rethinking his plan. I think Spellzapp is actually gonna do more grinding, but he's gonna keep maybe one more party member up, just because they're gonna need spell charges.
Absolutely.
You see how they burn through all their cure 6s. I mean heal 6s, so they're gonna need spell charges as well. This isn't one of those type of games.
Dangwoo says, note to self, never commentating Spellcrafter. Just do it like just like we've been doing, just saying, I think it does a thing, maybe. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It. You know what? I was asked. They was like, yo, can you commentate? And I'm like, of course, I got you. You know what I mean? It's the Irongol. I know what I'm getting myself into. But yeah, just so you know, if you ever ask to do the Irongol, know what you're getting yourself into. I have a pot of coffee and some more. Clear the schedule, because you're gonna be here for a while. Spellzapp's going right back at it.
just noticed that Dangwoo has listed me as Dr. Funkin on the stream and said, ha ha ha, you finally noticed. Yeah, because I've been watching the race, doing my job as a commentator. Very good, you got me.
Will we see what's in this chest? Getting ourselves healed up as Dwight is ran away from. Okay, so gold +7. We had that already.
Checking these other chests just because why not? Who knows what you'll find.
Mm-hmm. Double small balls.
Spellzapp, going back at Lich 2 again. Gonna go ahead and throw out that harm and say goodnight.
Mm.
Oh wow, only 300 damage this time, and Lich manages to survive to turn 2. Oh, there we go, 522. Good night, Lich.
Bye-bye. Now, Spell's got a bit of interesting information in that they know kind of like what Carrie is packing, so they can be a bit more mindful of their resources.
Absolutely. They also know how bad that Kraken punches and can throw up a sacrificial lamb.
Mm-hmm.
Crabcake saying she doesn't like leaving the other white mage dead at this point after seeing what we've seen in Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Yeah, but it's such a low level that it's really not even. There's no point of having it up, right?
I don't know. I mean, if it manages to if you put it in like the 4th slot, it's less likely to get hit, and it manages to survive to crack, and it can be a sacrifice.
That's true.
Honestly, it might even be worth going out and getting a couple levels so that it could survive a couple of things. But again, you also have access to life 4, so it's not like you can't bring him back up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like Crabcake says, you revive it, it hits level 12 in one battle.
See, this is where I'm gonna start being a bit cheeky. I know it's not heal 6, but I've got a heal 2 sword. Like, guess what? I might just start using that for my black mage. You know what I mean?
Sure, just like get a little bit of extra HP.
What else is it doing?
Pretty much, yeah. It's a good point.
Because in those 3 turns alone, that's a heal 6.
True. And Carrie is down.
Dwight is about to turn in his bottle, thank goodness, because he just got the ship, and I know he was saying some choice words after that. And Dwight will inevitably follow the chain, because he's seen almost everything else in the world, minus, well, I can't have the Titan, because he doesn't have the movie.
Yep. And the white mage.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, I know you're the champ, but I can't put my lifer up to die. I can't do it.
I don't necessarily know that life was on the white mage. It might have been on the black.
Oh, okay.
Oof, even after Invis, it still hit for 900 damage on the black mage.
That is terrifying.
Throw out that second invis, yeah.
And it was
500 damage on the fighter in the back row.
And shout outs to Fun Percent, as the loot on Dwight's side is a didgeridoo, which is a native instrument over here in Australia, mate.
Yeah. And even after 2 invises, we're still having some trouble dodging as the white mage takes a really brutal punch.
Yeah, Brack 6 is gonna be the move.
Yeah, it looks like we're oh god, and the white mage is down. So yeah, this is going pretty poorly right now.
This 100% tells me that I need to grind. Facts. You know what I mean? Like, even after 2 invis 7s, I still don't have enough evade. I'm gonna need charges.
Yeah, this is telling me I should invest in the sacrifice secondary white mage.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, your white mage is sitting at level 1. That has to go up no matter what. It has to go up. And also, like, your black mage can't die because that's your lifer.
Go in that weapon shop. Buy that ice sword.
Please. For the people.
Burt Reynolds says level 50, whole party.
I mean, I'm not going to level 50 the whole party. I'm going to definitely 50 the fighter and get everyone else to 40, though. Just because I know, like, that time between 40 to 50 could be the time that my opponent beats me. But I understand the theory. With all your mages at 40, you stand a pretty decent chance.
With how hard Kraken 2 is hitting, I might be with Burt on this, with the idea of level 50 the whole party.
The thing I'm thinking is like, yes, in principle, that's true, but because you're working with 3 other mages, how much value do you get out of those other 3 really being at level 50? You know what I mean? Because if you're working with, say, like a ninja, you know, something with a bit more hit points, then, I mean, you do have white mages, though, and they can grow to have some pretty okay hit points, so.
Well, not only that, but white mages have heal 6 at, like, level 7 or 8, and so you're also getting a bunch of charges there.
But you'll get those by, what, 42? You'll have all your charges, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
It's one of those things, because it's like, it really does come down to subjectivity as well. My thinking is I want the HP, but I don't think I want to invest all that time into mages.
Classic Gamer 76 saying these clamps aren't that bad by some standards. Are you applying the Will Bloodworth standard to clamps, Classic Gamer?
Huh? Classic Gamer, you come up in here and be on stream, bruh. We see what your time gonna be. Then you can tell the whole chat, oh, it's not that bad. But until I commentate you...
Classic Gamer's done 400 to 500 clamped, it's fine.
Until I commentate you for the people to enjoy, it's like, nah. We haven't gotten validation from Spellzapp, have we? Oh, still no validation. It is what it is. We'll get 9 Hooray Dwarfs, but we won't get validation. You can't have everything in life, right?
Something like that. Dangwoo says massive validation chest when.
I agree. If you're gonna be for the people, be for the people.
Burt Reynolds is calling validation chests as ribbons 6 and 7.
You know, I have actually seen Opal +3s on Dwight's side in the Keylock did the dwarves, and I think I've only seen Opal +2 so far, so that could technically be true.
Hot Toddy says that's why Kraken 2 is hitting so hard. Each of those chests is minus 100% to the stat clamp.
Yo, chat coming in with all the memes today.
Heck yeah, they are.
Germadeus is on Spellzapp's side now. Those will get you some levels.
Unfortunately, one of the white mages is down, and it would be nice to get a little bit of HP on that.
That's what I'm saying. That 7,000 would have easily brought it up to level 12.
And because of the way, like, saving works in this, he's already up to level 47 on the fighter.
Mm-hmm. Which is actually that's something good. You die, but you keep your levels. Where usually you get bodied and it's like, oh, I gotta start all over again.
That's true. It does make dives into Temple of Fiends Revisited less punishing.
As we see a dive in Temple of Refiends on Dwight's side as well. So both of them are in. But being honest with y'all, I do not think Dwight's fighter is nearly prepared for this at all.
No, I'm seeing 454 max HP. That ain't doing it.
That ain't cutting it. I mean, Carrie's got nuclear. You know what I mean? That ain't cutting it. So. And we're off. Going with fast 7 strats.
6 hits for 461, I think. Not bad. A lot better than the last time we were fighting Carrie. We're only swinging for like 200.
Yes.
And we're going to go ahead and throw out a temper. And here comes that nuclear. Nearly drops the Black Mage. 6 hits for 306. Halt 8. Paralyzes Carrie. That's great to see.
Beautiful. That's what you want to see.
Kill 8. Ineffective. Swing 10 hits. 891. Carrie's still paralyzed.
Yeah, Carrie's down after this one.
Kill 8. Ineffective. Another 12 hits for 1116. Good night, Carrie.
All right, now get that Black Mage up. There we go. I was about to say, don't take another step, mate. All right, cool, solid. We're gonna get that Black Mage up. Oh, we got validation from Dwight. That's what I'm talking about. You can really get everything in life.
Gotta love how that stun status reduced the evade of Carrie to allow the fighter to just go ham with hits.
Absolutely. It's good to know just your overall strats in general, right? Like Xfer to something cheeky, you know?
Absolutely, which is something that Dengwu suggested, casting Xfer and then using Neck 8.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, he's bringing up the dead White Mage to be the sacrifice this time.
There we go. I like it.
And Kraken gets a freaking free hit off and slaps the fighter for a huge amount of damage.
This is terrible. But at saying that, look, don't they have cure? They don't have a cure 7 or anything. So yeah, you might as well go ahead. Cure and temper on the same slot.
Yeah, that's the problem. And the fighter is already down.
Oh my god. You hate to see it. And this is definitely where Masa or something would have been nice, right? You know what I mean? Because
something like Ice Sword plus 8.
In the hands of your Black Mage, yes. You're absolutely right. If Spellzapp remembers that Ice Age sword, I would go back and get it. Just facts. Because keep the cat claw on the knight for sure, but throw that ice sword on your Black Mage. You're not using the heal too, so.
Yeah, and we're at Rack, Sticks, and Pray.
It's not as good as the hold A and Pray strats, but hey, look. We pushing buttons and we're still praying.
Oof.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Yeah, Kraken's just very punchy and hitting really hard.
Yeah, Kraken's working with some really good hit. 60, 70 something hit.
Spellzapp looking at those charges, trying to figure out what to do.
Do you grind, or do you just keep attacking it?
I grind. I would have grinded after the second death to Kraken too.
Yeah, me too. To be honest, after the first go in, I'm one of those people like, I wasted all those heal 6s. Dwight's getting levels. And Dwight's doing this slowly but methodically because, as we mentioned, like, if you die, you still keep your levels, so. And it got harm 8, so this will be nice.
Spellzapp is going back to buy. Oh, there's lock 5.
Lock 5.
That
oh
makes
my
sense.
god.
And
Why
Saber
did we
3.
that? Lock. No one checked the level 3s?
No, Spellzapp did, and I guess he's just come back for it.
Okay.
That's because he had harm 8, so he had level 3 here.
Lock 5 was sitting there the whole time? Oof. And it don't even need to be locked 2 because you're only targeting a single fiend, so.
Hot Toddy's asking what Muddle 7 is. It's Confuse.
Yep.
Bane 8, that's technically better odds than the Brack 6, I think.
Practice, yeah, you're right. Technically. So. And you might as well go ahead and see if you can work on percentages before you are stuck with just Brack 6ing and praying, right?
Seriously.
This is the overall difference. It looks like Dwight has better levels across the board for the mages, I think.
Probably, because he had 3 white mages up and running for a long time.
Yeah, and you can see like they're rocking. The black mage does not have the levels, it looks like, or may have less HP, but the white mages look like they're both in pretty good positions. The difference, though, is, of course, the fighters. Obviously, level 48 versus, like, what, a level 30-something?
Yeah, something like that.
And because your fighter really is your main damage dealer, it's a huge differential.
Spellzapp using up those tent items to get his heal pots in the right spot.
A veteran strat.
Faux show. Unrunnable purple worm. Gets stabbed 7 times for over 1,000 damage and is still standing.
Still doesn't die. Worms are like the best EXP in the game.
Chimeras and Chimeras, also unrunnable.
What is a Chimera?
Don't ask me.
I'm like, I know what a Chimera is, but a Chimera?
They hit hard, whatever they are.
They do. And I do recall, if I do recall correctly, in the OG, they have poison, right?
Probably? I could not begin to tell you what they do in vanilla.
I played the heck out of vanilla as a kid, man.
And that's level 50 for Danny the Fighter.
Which is great, but they're working with an abbreviated party, which is not. It's like, why don't I would exit.
Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. Oh, he's just gonna death warp from the look of it.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dwight fighting Carry 2.
Getting his heal 6 on.
He's gassed.
So
He's
Dwight's
ought to be
charged.
quite helpful in getting you to death warp.
Yeah, it's gonna be real easy. What's Dwight swinging?
Great question. It might be that. I don't know.
I'm not sure. Now this is interesting. Dwight obviously is not going to do anywhere near the damage that Spellzapp is. But where Dwight has maybe an advantage is the economy. They're going to be able to freely cast what they need to cast, whereas Spellzapp is really limited. Now, both of them, if their Black Mage dies, that's not good. You know, because
Dwight's also swinging a cat claw.
Okay. And look, he still got past carry. Now we know Kraken is the real deal. So.
Yep, Kraken is real deal Evander Holyfield tonight.
Yep, and we still haven't seen Tia. I would not be surprised if Tia's even worse than Kraken.
Kraken Honda is very much in the house tonight with that 100-hand flap.
Yes. I haven't seen the Honda flag in a minute, but Kraken Honda is definitely there.
I always thought it was funny people who use Piston Honda for that, when really it should just be E Honda from Street Fighter with that 100-hand slap.
You ain't lying. Oh my god. No sweet. We're at Kraken, and they're doing the right thing. They're bringing out the invises.
And using that fog stick.
Yep. It's like they know.
And fog 8. Bam! 14 hits, 900 damage right off the bat.
Ouch. But it's like Dwight knew. Even though he couldn't have. Like, it's like he knew.
Everyone knows that Kraken likes to punch.
Yep. Get you some lock in your life. Don't leave home without it, people. For real. Get you some lock in your life today. Fast 7 in our lives. Bit of the old... Was that temper? Look at that. That fog put in mad work.
Yeah, it did.
Mad work.
Hot Toddy's asking if lock is set to auto hit. Yes, it is.
We wouldn't be that cruel.
They might. We don't know how, you know, sadistic the creator of these seeds were.
Like, yeah, lock. We're not fixing that one, actually. Yeah, this is interesting. So, I mean, the economy of spells for Dwight is what's looking to be in their favor right now. They came in with just the right mindset. Lock is just putting in work. Lock, fog. The real MVP, honestly, were the 2 fog casts in the beginning.
Definitely.
Because John would have been bodied well before. And
yeah,
I think Spellzapp is probably gonna have to incorporate fog. If they don't incorporate fog, we know even after 2 Invis 7s, it's still gonna hit you and it's gonna kill you.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, Dwight is surviving better against this Kraken, despite the lower levels, than Spellzapp did in any attempt.
You know what? Slow and steady might win the race here, y'all. The tortoise and the hare. I think we've all heard that story before. So right now, the tail of the tape as Kraken goes down for the first time on stream today. The tail of the tape is really simple, y'all. Fog in your life. And lock. Fog and lock. That's the tail of the tape for Kraken.
According to Crab Cakes, Fog 8 gives 54 absorb.
Oh my goodness. See, just knowing that changes your entire perception, right?
Yeah, it's a huge amount of absorb.
Huge.
Whereas the Fog 5 item is only like 10.
But see, that extra 10 was still needed. Was that on John or was that on the Black Mage that they cast the Harm 5?
I'm not sure, but that also means that Dwight has gotten further than Spellzapp, and for like the first time since Spellzapp got in the air, Dwight is back in the lead.
Yeah, and see, Spellzapp is still rolling with the Invis strats, which of course is needed, but I mean, we need to see Fog. Like, Fog is the only thing that's going to keep him alive.
He's been putting some Fog in as well, but Like, he's doing it right now.
Okay, good. Okay,
Yeah, he's
good.
throwing out a Fog 5 and a Fog 8. Meanwhile, we got Dwight throwing up some Invis, taking on Tiamat 2.
We got one more lock. I would say, yeah, go with the Fast and Temper first before you throw out that lock.
Trying to decide with only one charge and Temper left. Looks like they're saving it for the final boss. Throwing out a Fog 8 for safety.
You should be okay now. They got 3 Invis 7s and a couple Fogs.
But Tiamat's throwing out Fire 6. Not really too bad. They got ribbons for days.
So they'll be fine.
However, that swing, although it wasn't fast, it only swung for 96. It might be worth throwing out that Temper. Throwing out a Lock 5, though. And a Lock 1.
Spellzapp is doing some work. They just swung for 4 hits for 589.
And what do we got here? 3 hits for 108 damage. Tiamat's got a lot of absorb today.
You're gonna have to throw out that lock.
Oh, they've been throwing out locks. It's the Temper that I think you might want to throw out.
Well, Kraken is
4 damage. Burt Reynolds saying, "Don't worry, Chaos has a 60% chance of being max evade."
Good stuff.
Who knows if it's even going to be Chaos? It is an alt final boss after all.
Alright, so that's the second nuclear out of the pool. We haven't seen any nukes, though. We haven't seen Swirl. We haven't seen none of the big boys, so... Man, the more and more I think about it, the more I'm like, man, you might have to just suck it up and grind. Because it's looking like it's going to take all of your resources just to get to Chaos, you know? Double T'ing.
And both runners fighting the same boss. Ooh, John has gone down on Dwight's side.
Not good, but still, Karm is not, so that's all that matters, to be completely honest.
That was 9 hits for 351, 3 hits for 152, so we're starting to do some okay damage over there.
Yeah, Dwight is going to get it done. Because he did have the swing in there for 469 at some point, so Dwight is going to get it done. Tia looks like to be pretty basic, like it's not going to hit you and it's only got, you know, really mediocre spells. Everyone's got ribbons, so Tia should get done. If anything, I would have somebody throwing out that brat stick, you know what I mean? Instead of doing nothing.
Yeah, if they're not doing anything, why not?
I don't feel threatened like Tia's going to kill me, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I will say Spellzapp is... advanced levels are helping him do a lot more damage to Tiamat per swing.
You're not lying. And this might be the differentiator. It's interesting, though, in that Dwight came in on his first time, slow and steady, and he's still on his first time in Topher getting it done. And this is Spellzapp's 4th. And look, there you go.
Dwight takes down Tiamat.
And that, ooh, I thought that was the fighter that got to 39, but it was the white mage. Ouch.
And we are now down 2 on Spellzapp's side.
Oh no. And it's the black mage that's down 2. But in saying that, to mean, it's, look, you want to have all of your party members for Chaos, but once Chaos starts, after the black mage does what he needs to do, it doesn't need to say a lot anymore. But...
Alright, Spellzapp takes down Tia.
Well, he's got a much healthier knight, so...
However, if this is Fun Dead, that may not matter. Dwight maybe will just go in, hit up that Harm 8, and it'll be over.
Are we all really, after 2 hours and 22 minutes, are we all really banking on the heal, on the harm 8 just blasting everything to pieces?
Apparently Spellzapp doesn't have life at this point, so it's just those two. Oh, and
Exactly.
it's the double dragons.
Oh, God. Well, Tiamat was not that difficult. It was Kraken, to be honest.
Oh, Paralyze 1 right out the gate.
Seven. Oh, God. Well.
Oh, there goes the fighter, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but let's look on Dwight's side.
Dwight throwing up Fog 8.
And
Nuclear
Invis.
coming out from Carrie.
Okay, we know both of these actually have nuclear. That's interesting.
Yep.
And
neck 8. Ooh, that's no
okay.
good.
It's not good that your black mage went down, but that's okay. I think you have more than enough to still get it done with your white mage, right? I mean, oh, you don't have access to fast. Oh, yeah, we do. We got fast.
Yep.
We'll be okay. Oh, okay, so yeah, look, the killer 8 isn't gonna work right now. We know this, but
correct. But and here comes the next nuclear.
Oh no! And you hate to see a wipe on the very last fiend, don't you? Oh,
but they both,
you know
both wipe at the same time.
So this is a race, y'all, and to be honest, like Spellzapp's got the levels, but he doesn't have the economy. Dwight doesn't have the levels, but he's got the economy in terms of spells. I don't know. If I'm a betting man, I might actually say Dwight, just because Dwight's seen everything, except for the expanded list on Chaos, right? But neither his Spellzapp. And Dwight has gotten through everything. Spellzapp has 2. But if I'm Dwight and I know I've got all these charges, etc., then either way, it's good that it's a race, because at some point we were kind of, it wasn't explicitly said, but it looked like Spellzapp might have ran away with this. So it's great that it's a race.
Spellzapp's also seen everything at this point. It's just a matter of who can get down there and make it happen first.
That's it, really. It's going to come down to, is the fighter with more levels going to be the best, or is action and spell economy going to be the thing that does it?
And, I mean, Spellzapp's catching up pretty easily on that, too, because he's gaining, like, more and more levels, especially on that Black Mage, every attempt he makes.
That's true.
Chat seems to be rooting for Dwight. They want Spellzapp to take a rest. Feel like he's had enough time at the top of the mountain.
Oh. You hear that, Spellzapp? They coming for you, baby.
They've been coming for him the entirety of Irongol. He's just been champ forever.
It's like MJ in his heyday. It's like, I don't care. Put whoever you want on the other side. We're gonna smoke. But Dwight's not having that today, y'all.
Spellzapp is the first to go back in after they're double wiped the double dragons. Got a ambush on some Gurmedusas, so free run. Love to see it.
Yep.
Double harm 8 on Lich should take it down. There we go.
Absolutely.
912. Good night.
Done.
We have a strict no undead policy here on Final Fantasy Randomizer.
Got a worm on Dwight's side. They've got over 1,000 HP.
Three hits for 3 on carry. That's what we like to see. Oh, wait. What? I'm getting word that's not what we like to see? Oh, my mistake. Burt Reynolds in chat. Someone go get that ice +8 already.
Seriously. Like, seriously, especially knowing... Yeah.
Like, yeah, the Cat Claw 7 is good, but the Ice +8 is better in every category.
Here's the thing. Keep the Cat Claw on your knight. That's fine. But you know your black wizard can also swing swords. So let him swing an Ice 8.
Or put the Ice 8 on both.
True. True. I just throw it on both. It's 1,000 gold.
Crabcake says, go get the Massa 9 in the carry chest already.
I promise you I wish there was portal logs. Shoutouts to Ray 3. Now this is bad. Spellzapp's already got his black mage down. This is very bad.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like if I were a betting man, I'm gonna say Dwight might take this only because the levels on the fighter is good, but Dwight has the economy to do what he needs to. All of his mages have at least 6 charges all the way through to 7. Oh, excuse me. That's 5 charges on one of them. On 7. My bad.
Crabcake says
but
that she would 100% go check the carry floor chest after that fight, since this is a dead dive with a dead black mage.
Yeah, you're not gonna make it. Because no matter what, you're not gonna make it just because you don't have enough party members to even get. Yeah, Kraken. You don't have enough to even get through the gruesomeness of Kraken. You gotta try though. I get that.
Spellzapp did get Life Dengwu, but it's on the black mage.
Yeah, Dwight's gonna keep swinging, and I mean, yep, 6 for 401.
Spellzapp did get past Kraken, despite only having the 2 people.
I was surprised at that, to be honest.
Bracked it. Okay, that would explain it.
Touche. He'll probably get past Tiamat, to be honest. Probably, because Tiamat wasn't that difficult. It's just going to be a longer fight, maybe. But I don't know if he's going to get through the carry Tiamat. Double nukes.
Looks like we're going full Brack strats on this run.
Now, Dwight's taking a bit of time on carry, though. He didn't take this long last time. But I get why, because he's reserving to use any charges. Like, he doesn't want to fast or anything like that. I get that. So.
Throwing out a heal 6 while continuing to Brack sticks.
Nah, that might be a play. And I mean, to be honest, if he has Bane, you know, go out on the next turn. I mean, if you get to Topher, I mean, if you get to Chaos and just try baning them. Seafood party pack on Dwight's side. Not hungry today. Shout out to all of y'all in chat who's still holding it down with us. 2 hours and 30 minutes into the seed. Our eyeballs are still highly attentive, hoping to see who's going to dot done foist. So just shout out to all of y'all still with us.
Pink Pajamas asking if Kill 8 will go through a ribbon. Yeah, it's non-elemental, so it can.
Yeah, this is looking ouchies for Spellzapp.
Burt Reynolds asking if Calm's going to the end and going all the way until the end, an hour and a half from now. Well, Burt Reynolds, I am a chronic insomniac and have not taken my sleeping meds yet, so I can go all night if I need to.
And it is only 2:06 p.m. on a fine Saturday afternoon here in sunny Sydney for me, so that should give y'all everything you need to know.
That said, I may have to get up and get a snack at some point.
I mean, look, you know, my stomach's a bit rumbly because it's about lunchtime, but we're here for the people. The same way Spellzapp gave us 9 hooray dwarfs, I'm here for the people. You know?
Hey, if you want to go grab yourself a nice salami sandwich, I can hold it down.
Nah, we're Gucci. You know, we're going to get this through. Because I'm also interested to see who's going to take this as well, you know?
Yeah, and it looks like Dwight is going back on the grind while Spellzapp is continuing to dive.
Don't blame him. It's 2 hours 34 minutes at this point. If Spellzapp hasn't done it, then you already know.
Exactly. Chat said no one would blame you for going to grab a bite.
Nah, I know. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things. It's like a due diligence. You know, I signed up for the long haul. I'm in for the long haul. But then once it's over and I do eat that salami sandwich, oh my God, will it taste good. So.
Damn right. Yeah, this 3-eye tile is really gonna pay off. It could really pay off for Dwight if Spellzapp keeps banging his head against this wall and it doesn't pay off.
That's true. And I'm just hoping and praying somebody picks up that ice sword. They won't, because they totally forgot about it.
They've absolutely forgotten about that ice +8. Meanwhile, Spellzapp taking on some mud goals and a rock goal because he can't run from them.
Nope. That should just be a permanent flag for Irongols. Irongol flag. Any goal you can't run from.
Hot Toddy's asking how bad were the other weapons if Cat Claw is still the best option. Cat Claw is not the best option. There's an Ice Sword +8 for sale in Corneria, which would be a significant improvement. However, we have not seen Excalibur, Vorpal, or Masa.
Nope. We saw Sun Sword, but it was -1. And we have not seen defense as well.
And it's possible that some of those aren't in the pool due to it being impoverished wealth.
Indeed, we've seen more ribbons than are allocated, so therefore something, if we giveth, we take it away. Now, Dwight has to be a bit cognitive. Ooh, first time we've seen the Agamas, I believe, today.
Yeah, we might have seen him at some point, but...
I was going to say, get your Agam facts ready, y'all, but they made a cameo. Now, if I'm Dwight, I'm going to probably bounce pretty soon. I know that I need to grind, but I also, I just feel the sweat of a Spellzapp, you know what I mean?
I would probably not... If I'm Dwight, I'm probably not bouncing until my fighter is at least 40.
Good point.
Magius saying, wait, they're dying and going to the starting town, what the heck? Yes, they are doing that. It is Dragon Warrior mode, so...
Yeehaw. Shout out to anyone in the Dragon Warrior rando community as well.
Hot Toddies. Actually, Masa is specifically not chosen as an incentive weapon. The only incentivized weapon this time was the defense sword. So technically that's out there somewhere, for sure. So there's no guarantee that the Masa is even out there. Crabcake saying, if only they knew how absurdly high Halt 8's accuracy is, because that would be really good on Kraken and Tia as well.
Crabcake's the encyclopedia of knowledge, just so y'all know.
Kraken is just insistent that Spellzapp is not allowed to have life spells.
He's like, yeah, nah, I'm just gonna kill you, bro, every time. Thanks for playing. Dwight feels ready. Oh, your fighter went down, bro.
Hot Toddies in chat saying someone that really hated life rolled these flags. That is not a very nice thing to say about our lovely tracker, Danny383.
That's so not right, mate. And also, if you knew, you would know this is her personal brand. Literally, when you ask Danny to roll your receipt, this is not Pokemon Red version where you're just rolling with the Nidoking out the gate. This is Nuzlocke, baby. You just picked up a Caterpie. That's it for the whole game. You going through Elite Four, and you know that when Danny rolls your seat. So, just to put it in perspective. Oof.
Oh god, we're down to one character for Spellzapp.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Spells just gotta invest in the spell economy. Because now Dwight, he's gonna be level 40 on his Knight. Just by walking. You know what I mean? Because there's enough unrunnables. He's gonna get to level 40.
Sure.
And we've seen him get to, look, we've seen him get all the way to Chaos on a level, what, 34 or something like that? Knight level 32? So
yeah.
It really looks like the spell economy is what's giving him a massive edge. Because that level 50 Knight isn't doing it. It's been level 50 for a while now.
Definitely. Yeah, Spellzapp could stand to have more spell charges.
It wouldn't surprise me though if Spellzapp still like ends up getting the win. You know what I mean? He's the champ.
Oh yeah, he could just, you know, have the RNG roll exactly the right way for him on this dive and get there before Dwight does, but it's extremely close.
Yeah, and Dwight's just rocking everything the way he's supposed to. He's got level 7s across the board. He's got 7 charges of all spells on just one of them. So that means he's got like 6. He's got at least 13 charges of level 7 spells. This is what y'all wanted to see, y'all. You didn't want to come and just see somebody get, slaughtered out here. Y'all wanted to see a race, and what we have for you today is truly a race.
It absolutely is.
I'm gonna look it up afterwards, but I'm pretty certain Chimeras were the ones that had poison damage.
You're probably correct.
It's like, I remember useless stuff. So I'm like, hold on. This is useless information. I'm going to bet my life on it.
Yep, they had, I actually had stone poison. Stone poison.
Ah, stone poison. That's what it was. Yeah, because I remember
Damage poison was
being
the gas
extra
piece,
annoying
right?
with stone poison. Mm-hmm. And then we all know the sorcerers. Let's never talk about the sorcerers in vanilla.
Anna Maniac is asking what Neck is. Neck is a death element damaging spell from Spellcrafter. Spellcrafter is an option that created a complete custom spellbook that can be used in place of the vanilla spellbook.
Oh, good. Hey, look, that fighter got an extra level, so it doesn't even matter that Becca got bodied. Now, is Spellzapp approaching this differently? That's the question. Is he doing a bit more of spell resourcing?
Yeah, he might be. He was trying to cast Halt on Carrie, but it wasn't doing any good. Apparently, it's got an X4 level of hit rate, which is excellent for a status spell,
Yeah,
but...
it is.
And erased. It's really what happens with Kraken that's going to decide most of the success of this dive.
That's true.
Like, yeah, Tia's got some danger too, but if we can get through with the Black Mage alive so that we still have some life casts...
This is also interesting as well. I'm not sure the total, I guess, HP of Spellzapps. Oh yeah, so Dwight's gonna be slightly better off on that point in that when he gets to Chaos, the double nuclears, because Carrie and Tia both carry nuclear. And
Very
we saw
true.
Carrie on the first turn throughout that, or the second turn, in Chaos throughout that nuclear. So if they do manage to get double nucleared, Dwight stands a little bit better chance of surviving that. Spellzapp's Knight is gonna survive it. But overall, Dwight's party could survive the nuclear.
I hear what you're saying, yeah. Well, both white mages are already down.
Yeah, and Kraken is doing Kraken things. To be honest, this could be the most brutal seed I've ever seen commentated. Like, just in terms of them tackling it, you know?
Yeah, it's been real rough.
And that's why I said earlier on, I was like, look, Topher is part 2 of the seed. Because it is.
Yeah, we've spent almost as much time in Topher as we did getting to Topher.
Exactly.
And
Ouch.
down goes the fighter.
It's like you
Ban
really,
8.
at this point, you hate to see it. You know what I mean? I know it's like a meme these days, but you really do hate to see it at this point.
Classic Gamer saying that he's seen seeds with higher clamps that weren't nearly this nasty.
I mean, but you got to think though, right? Like, you're starting off with 4 characters. I don't care what y'all say. Most of y'all are never starting off with 1 character and then have to go and grab all these characters. You know what I mean? This is an FF4. So that's a huge difference. Then when you pick up a character, it's at level 1, and then you got to go retroactively go back to grind for that character and account for it. It's a huge difference. You cannot save on the world map. So all of that frivolousness that you get with that, huge difference. Yes, you can depth warp and keep your levels, but that's the only advantage you get. So I hear people saying about, the clamps, but not with these seeds. And that's why I'm saying when you come Irongol, then you could talk to me about, the clamps or what have you, because the Irongol is this composite of seeds. Everything terrible. Everything. Not just, oh, I'm going to clamp the bosses up, but I'm going to have 500% XP on everything I kill. There we go. Carry just went down though. So Dwight's getting that work in methodically.
Absolutely. It's paying off. Can't say that it's not.
I know. Well, I'm not biased to anyone. I'm just here commentating. But you know what, chat? Y'all wanted to see it. You might potentially see it. Cross your fingers, your toes, whatever you need to do.
Looks like Spellzapp has made the decision that a grind is necessary as well.
I wish I could say, you know, I wish they would have done this maybe 10 minutes ago.
Magius, we are it's going to be the first question we ask. Don't worry about it. It was the first question I was going to ask over an hour ago.
What, the ice sword?
Yeah, the ice sword.
Exactly, like, mate, what are you doing? All right, so we're gonna get some adviz in our lives. Are you gonna go back to the lock? What are you doing? Did you forget fog? You definitely forgot fog, Dwight. Yeah, he totally forgot the strats on this one.
Yep.
Come on, Dwight. You totally forgot the strats on this one, baby.
Now
it's
he sees
okay.
it. Might be too late, but he sees it.
It's a little too late. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, we're down to just a fighter with 66 health. It is way too late.
It had been like nearly 16 minutes since he got back to Kraken, so I'm not gonna begrudge him on that, but don't forget the strats, bro.
And Spellzapp back in for another dive.
There we go.
So is Dwight.
And I get it, like Dwight just had a mental error, you know what I mean? If they would have went in off the fog. And they won't forget. They won't forget next time. They'll be like, oh yeah, I need to fog up immediately, blah, 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 blah. Once they go on with the fog, they'll be fine. It's not like they need to readjust everything in their lives. But also, they were down to 11 heal pots as well, so.
Scruffalupicus is asking if anyone is noticeably ahead. Not really. They've both been diving this for quite a while. Both of them have made it to the final boss once. I would say the game is winning more than either runner.
Danny is winning for rolling the seed, actually. She might have both forfeit. She might have both people forfeit.
If both people forfeit, does that make Danny the Irongol champ?
Absolutely, of course. She's like, I rolled the seed, you couldn't complete it. I'm the GOAT. Thanks for playing. Nah, but you're right. There really is no noticeable lead. What is interesting, though, is that Spellzapp was in Topher about 20 minutes before Dwight. Maybe not 20 minutes. That could be a hyperbole, but at least 10 minutes before Dwight. He'd already wiped, I believe, twice.
It may have been 20. It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of time. And they both managed to wipe on Chaos at the same time, and that was Dwight's first turn going into Topher. So there's no real advantage, I guess, if you want to put any type of differentiators on it. Spellzapp's obviously working with the level 50 Knight and that one White Wizard, but Dwight's working with even stats across the board, and he has much more magic charges to play with. So that's going to be your differential there. And they both still refuse, even after passing it so many times, to buy that ice +8.
Yeah, there's an amazing weapon for sale in Corneria, and neither of them have picked it up.
I'm not gonna say like you. I'm not even gonna say GG at first. I'm gonna say, why didn't you buy the ice 8, bro? Why didn't you buy the ice 8? And as long as they say what, then I'll be like, okay, you know what I mean? They forgot. If they have any other excuse, I'm gonna just shake my head like my mom did when I said something that disappointed her, you know?
There you go.
It's been fun hanging out with you in the booth, Dr. Funkin', for real.
It is always a pleasure.
Look at that. I mean, Dwight's on level 40s. Full stop.
Yep.
Beck is at level 49, so yeah, there ain't no more differential. Spellzapp, if anything, needs to grind to be where Dwight is at this point. Dwight's got a lower level knight, but
that really hasn't been the big differentiator as far as getting through here. It's been
It
being
was.
able to throw up enough defenses to survive.
That's it. Even when that knight was 33, it got to chaos.
Exactly.
Thank goodness. I did not want to see that black belt go out.
And that was, I think, level 39 for the fighter just there. Meanwhile, Spellzapp has taken down Carry 2 again, and is making his way to the water floor again, where he's going to die to Kraken 2 again.
Don't say that. Oh. Gurmedusas.
Classic gamer after asking if I'm trying to commentate or curse Kraken 2. Not a bad idea, actually. He's like, it's all I can do at this point.
Pretty much.
So we got double invis, a fog 5, and bruise on the black mage. Oh, I would have had the black mage cast. Oh god. Well, no more life. There it is. Kraken loves to back row.
That's what I'm saying. Kraken just has it out for that black mage on the side, man. Now, all I want is for Dwight to not forget the fog strats when he goes into Kraken. Because at this point, I do want one of them to dot done. Going with some invis in our lives, a bit of lock 1 fast coming out. We've also got some lock 1 on carry. Ooh, a miss coming from the knight. That's not what you want to see. A bit more lock in our lives. Don't leave home without it, people. 2 hits, 245. Halt.
There we go. Paralyzed Kraken.
There we go. That's what you need to see right now. John is down, but it's not Karm, so it's all good.
And 13 hits for 368. We're getting some real damage in on Kraken now that Kraken's paralyzed.
11 for 653. Defo. 656. Now that's a strat right there. Could we bracket into pieces? Oh, we were asking for a bit too much there.
12 hits. Goodbye.
There we go. So we've gotten through Kraken, thankfully. This is looking a bit better. Now we don't have our lifer up, but to be honest, we've got the rest of the crew up.
Now, here's hoping that Spellzapp is recognizing that hold actually works and continues to use it on the other fiends going forward. Like halt Tiamat, halt both of them when you get into the fight with the double dragons.
That's going to be your strat.
Oh, and it looks like he got a surprise round on Tiamat.
Well, there you go. That's beautiful to see, right? Instead of a useless encounter, let's have it on a fiend.
So we get to start off with a couple free rounds of Invis 7 and some Fog 5.
We know Tia's not super threatening, but we still just want to be able to get up to where we need to. You don't even, to be honest, you might not even need to worry about necessarily halting Tia so much. But when, you know what I mean?
You might not, but it, like, if you have enough charges, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah, you're right. If you have it, you might as well, right?
Looks like he's going for Brack 6 strats, which might not be advisable compared to just swinging. Though I suppose Tiamat was extremely tanky.
Now Dwight is okay, perfect. Put up that fog 8 immediately. Nuclear went out. That's okay for Spellzapp. He'll be alright.
Scruffaluppagus in chat asking if this is just a randomized NES ROM or are things that were broken in base game fixed, like the brace of Banesword. Both of those things are true. It is both randomized, and a lot of the things that were broken in the base game have been fixed.
So that's why people are actually using lock.
Crabcake saying that this Brack is not the play, and I kind of have to agree.
They're both trying to brack where they can. See, I'm all for bracking in Dwight's opinion because he's still swinging, right? You know what I mean? He's still swinging when he can. Still using... make sure your Black Mage stays alive, mate. But... Heal 6 coming off. Another Invis. Block 5.
Crabcake's pointing out that he probably thinks that Brack 6 has normal accuracy because he's managed to land one already, when in fact it probably has less than, since Brack is a vanilla level 7 spell, therefore Brack 6 is going to be a weaker version.
That's a good point. Even the +2 isn't really going to get it over the threshold to where it normally is. Dwight's doing some damage.
I would love to know what Kraken did that caused poison. Or did he just get poisoned before Kraken and forget to heal it?
Nah. He got poisoned during this battle. I have no idea what it was, though. Oh my god, broken into pieces.
Oh my god, it worked. Spellzapp's on his way to chaos.
Oh! Hey, look, Dwight's on his way to chaos. No, he's not. He's on his way to Kraken. On Tiamat, my bad.
Now let's see if he can ult both of these bosses and then just stab them up.
This is really what's going to be the play right here. If he catches a double nuclear or bad turn order of nuclears, Spellzapp is not going to be looking good. Because he's going to need both of those white mages up. But as long as he can get that Holt off after some invising in his life, etc., etc. Yeah, throw that invis out. Throw that ruse. Okay.
I would not have thrown the ruse. I'd have gone double invis so that I could save that ruse charge for Halt. And here comes that first nuclear.
Where's the heal 6?
There's the Halt 8.
Where's the heal 6? Okay, Meteor 3, you got lucky.
It was a heal 4. It's something. Swing and a miss there. Halt 8, paralyzed the carry. That's 1.
That's 1.
Another heal 4. We're getting some more defenses up. A heal pot. And more invis.
Ooh, Black Mage went down on Dwight's side.
There's another Halt 8 cast. Thinking between fast or invis. Goes with fast.
Went fast. Okay. 6 hits, 436 already without the fast.
Well, that one is halted, so it's got
that's
no evade.
That's what I was about to say, though. You're right, so. Right,
Halt 8 for Tiamat. And a lock 1. Halt 8 ineffective, but we still have some other charges on the other white mage. 12 hits for 671 damage. This looks like it might be the run for Spellzapp.
I hope so.
Didn't go for
Granted,
Hulk, went for Ruse.
Granted, if he does win, like Dwight is so close too as well. You know, it's just
Absolutely.
It would be a heartbreak to see him lose like this, but somebody gotta win. Somebody gotta lose.
And just as the Hulk is healed on Carrie, Carrie goes down.
Okay, y'all, this is getting real close. Are we about to see a die?
Here we go. 7 hits, 462, and that's without it being Tiamat being stunned. 5 hits, 379. Tiamat swings and misses. What do we got? What are we going for? More lockdown. 4 hits, 360. Tiamat's gonna be on the ropes real soon. Swinging and missing. 4 hits, 146. Not a great round. Another lock. And now we're waiting. Oh, come on. Throw out the stun. Wait. 9 hits, 383. Another swing, another miss from Tiamat. 3 hits, 85. Ooh, Fire 6 coming out. Not a big deal with all those ribbons we've got. Heal 6 coming out. Swing and a miss. 3 hits, 125. Heal coming up, keeping the party nice and healthy. The final lock coming out. 5 hits, 209 damage. Nuclear, that's going to do some damage. One of the white mages goes down. The final heal 6 comes out. Danny swings, 5 hits, 207. Tiamat still up. Yeah, throw out that Halt. Bolt 6, 5 hits, 115. Halt 8, paralyzed. There we go.
Done.
What do we got?
Done.
12 hits, 380. Tiamat is done. That is it. Spellzapp retains his title.
Oh my gosh.
With an official SRL time of 3 hours, 4 minutes, and 31 seconds.
Wow. GG.
What a marathon.
That was insane.
Yep.
Now we can focus on Dwight. This looks like this run, he should be able to finish it out too. From what I could see while watching Spell, he's already at max evade. Ooh, that was a high nuclear. Double heal 6. Get some lock in our lives once more. Kill 8. Not gonna work, unfortunately.
Spellzapp says he's going to go to the bathroom instead of joining us for an interview. Reasonable.
The bathroom is necessary, I understand. Brat coming out. Got some more lock in our lives, a bit of Bolt. Bolt isn't doing too much. Took out excuse me, Carrie. It's only a matter of time before Tia goes down.
Yep, he's still got all 3 party members up. This is going real well for Dwight. He's got this in the bag.
Now, being honest with you, if we look back, Dwight maybe could have won this if he was a bit more expeditious on some of his, like... I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? But, like, watching Dwight throughout the time, if he would have maybe chose to use spell charges instead of heal potting, stuff like that. Like, of course you think, you know, 4-minute time, 3.5, 4-minute time differential. What could you have done to really make that up? And it really just came down to Spellzapp just figured out Holt worked at the right time, right?
Pretty much.
But this was a great race for it to be coming down literally to 4 minutes in a 3-hour seed.
The biggest thing that could have saved Dwight in this was knowing Spellcrafter a little better so that he didn't keep trying to fight fiends with kill.
That's it. That's it. Because, like, if he'd have just saved that much, you know, a 30 seconds here, 45 seconds there, not casting kills, you know, et cetera, then who's to say he would have, who would say he might have came out with it, but. Because, I mean, he hasn't used Holt, and if he knew Holt had a high chance of actually hitting it, paralyzing, I'm sure he would have been like, oh, man. But it's a great learning experience, right?
Exactly.
And I guarantee you this, like, yeah, Dwight might have lost to Spellzapp, but, like, Spellzapp would have bodied me. Dwight will body me. I'm not going to talk about anyone else, but Dwight will body me, so.
Look, I told you I would have forfeit at the 55-minute mark, so.
We'll be coming down probably the last 2 swings on Tia. And I get why he's doing this. It's just like, you've gotten all this way, you know, you just don't want to die. So 91, throw out that kill 8. Ooh.
Chat right now pointing out all of the BLTs that Dwight has been giving to Tiamat here.
Indeed. Seen a bunch of them.
Oh, he just threw out
and
the
now
there it is.
Now we
hits
throw
for massive damage. 10 hits, 246. Let's go. Wait. Stab, 10 hits, 358. Terminated. GG to Dwight.
GG.
With an official SRL time of 3 hours, 10 minutes, 33 seconds.
Good stuff.
Absolutely GG to both of our runners here. And Dwight will be joining us momentarily for an interview.
Sweet. What a race.
Seriously, that was incredible.
It was. And honestly, even though it's been 3 hours, like, I'm not lying to you. I don't feel like it's been 3 hours. In retrospect, I can feel it now because I'm hungry. But in it, it was just such a good race. Let's see. Oh, yeah, look. I mean, look, for it to be only a 6-minute differential, right? Dwight opened 20 more boxes.
Speaking of Dwight, we are joined in the booth by our second place finisher, Dwight. And Dwight, that was an incredible race. It was extremely back and forth. And now that it's over, we have just one question for you.
One question.
Why didn't you buy the Ice Sword +8 in Corneria?
For 1,000 gold.
I guess I just looked over it.
You and Spellzapp both. We've both been yelling about it this entire race.
Oh my god. I've been telling you.
Probably has a better crit rate, right?
Nope, it's less.
It doesn't. It has less. Significantly less. It had, like, I think almost 10 points less. Because somebody told us the math on it, and Ice 8 had like what 50 something hit, 39 crit, and the Cacball only had 30 crit, I think.
So nobody found a Massa or anything, or an Excal or anything like that?
Nope, none
Nope.
of the big
Not even-
shield weapons were found.
Not even defense, which was actually incentivized. Not even defense.
Did Spellzapp end up using the Ice Sword though?
No, he didn't. Neither of you bought it, and we were just yelling at both of you. It's just like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Every time you die, just go to the weapon shop and pick it up, please.
I'm like, your black mage can be swinging an ice sword right now. +8. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, the Black Mage could use that too. She had Fighter Sword. Yeah. I don't know. I like this scene though. I like this flag set. It was pretty hard. I think the unrunnables in Topher were the most frustrating part. I just kept running into them over and over again.
Yeah, I think Spellzapp ended up in Topher about somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes before you, and you noticed how close it was right at the end there. He wiped in there a lot more than you because he only had 2 relatively high-level characters, whereas you had a fairly even spread.
Yeah, I figured that I would 4 characters, and I think I was right about that. Even though Kraken backroad my Black Mage.
Kraken do what Kraken do.
Yep, to take away temper. It was through. I'm pretty sure I had max evade, so it's pretty good. So, them's the beats. I ended up winning without temper anyway. So, which makes me wonder if I should have just. I took the Black Mage so I could have temper, but I wonder if it would have been better just to have White Mage in this particular. Because I didn't need temper to win.
Nah, I think the black mage was right. Honestly, I think and Dr. Funkin, he made a good point about this earlier. Your familiarity maybe with the spells and spellcaster. Because look, like for a 3-hour seed, right? There's only 6 minutes of differential, and you can you opened 20 more chests than Spell did, so you did a lot more exploring because it took you about 15 minutes to even get to go mode when Spell was already banging his head against Topher. So really looking, if you ever look back at this VOD, there are some things like maybe using spells instead of using heal pots sometime, and just knowing the spell casting, like those the spells, you would have saved quite a bit of time, to be honest. Like just looking at your play, you could have saved easily 4 minutes, like 4 minutes alone, just by maybe using spell charges instead of heal pots, and not throwing out kills, maybe knowing about the halt, etc., etc.
I did halt Tia 2, or at the end.
Yeah, you did. That was something that Crabcakes was just messing around in Hackster to let us know what was going on with this spellcrafter, and apparently Halt 8 has the same accuracy as Xfer.
So yeah, I should have been throwing that out quite a bit, for sure.
Spellzapp actually figured that out literally on the last run. He figured that out on Tiamat. And then once he figured that out, like, holy crap, like Holt actually has a good hit rate, that was his MO.
Yep, I could have definitely.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I only lost by 6, I didn't get embarrassed like I thought I would get tonight. That feels pretty good.
You were the first in the air by like 11 minutes.
I did find that floater pretty early. I was like, wow. I did a couple practice, and I was like,
Spellzapp found the floater first. You had the canoe already, though.
Oh, that's true.
So you could just make that move.
Yeah, I definitely recommend you go back and watch this VOD, because this, like, despite being, a 3-hour race, there was a lot that went in. It was much closer than it, like, appeared on paper.
Definitely. And it really was a tale of 2 races. It was before Topher and after Topher.
Yeah, I took some risks, like trying to cast the kill spells in the early, just to hope to get lucky. But
yeah, unfortunately, you can't get lucky because kill is a power word, just like Quad X is. So you can't really get lucky off of it.
I actually didn't know that. Otherwise I.
Yeah, that's one of those things that, like, knowing Spellcrafter a little better would have saved you some time.
Yeah, that would have saved you some time for sure.
Thanks to everybody who's watching. Thanks for doing this, Duchess and Dr. Funk, and I will watch this VOD back too. At some point, not tonight probably.
Yeah, it's a little late.
A little late for me. And for Zap too. We're in the same time zone. So
Yeah, I'm East Coast, so it's getting a little late for me too.
yeah.
Touche. Well, I mean,
It's the morning for you, Duchess, right?
Nah, mate, what you talking about? It's 2:50 p.m. over here, bro. Well, I'm about to get some lunch up in me, man.
Yeah, for sure. Man,
But
should have bought the ice sword. I just disregarded it. I couldn't use it at the beginning, and I was like, oh, there's nothing in here for me, and I never came back.
that's what it was. That's what it was. That's what it was, Dr. Funkin, because when they first went in there, they had the white mages. They were like, oh, crap, I can't use this. And so they would never think ever again to go back in there. That makes sense.
All right, well, Dwight, considering it is getting a little late here and Duchess needs to go get himself some lunch, you got any final thoughts about this race?
No, it was a fun race, and I look forward to my climb on the ladder back to challenge Spellzapp again. So.
Well, that was awesome. What a wonderful race. For the love of God, everyone watching this, please follow both of our runners. Please follow RPG Limit Break. Please follow my co-commentator, Duchess for Kaiosama, and our lovely tracker, Danny3883, and our restreamer, Dengwu. This has been an incredible race. If you saw this pile and thought, wow, that looks like fun, well, they're not always like this. Go to FinalFantasyRandomizer.com. You can roll yourself up a much more reasonable seed and have some fun. And if you've got questions about it, come join us on the Final Fantasy Randomizer Discord. We'd love to answer any questions you've got. That'll do it for me. Any final thoughts from you, Duchess?
Nah, I just want to say the same thing. You know, thanks to every eyeball who put this thing on there, everyone behind the scenes to make this work, RPG Limit Break for giving us a home to do these lovely things with. The runners especially. And yeah, you know, no matter where you are in the world, I hope you have a pleasant night, morning, afternoon, etc. And we will see you again on another broadcast of Irongol Heavy Metal Championship.